now we get to go live. It's okay. I think maybe you do need a drink. Or would this be a night that if you drank, you would be teary and you would cry? Is that why you're like, no, I will leave the vodka where it is? Is that why? It's okay.
I would not be a happy drunk if I were drinking tonight.
I know you would not. That's what I meant.
Okay, yeah. I don't know if I'd be weepy, but I would not be a happy drunk.
You're Cancer. You would totally get weepy. I just have to get you to listen to a Rush song and the tears would just be flowing. Hi y'all, we're here.
Biatch.
We think we're here.
Yep.
Insider baseball. We had to do a test stream 45 minutes ago. Thanks to those from Discord who managed to make it. Just to see if this even works, because you see something different than what we see.
Yeah.
So.
What we see on our screen ain't purty. No,
it's bad. And JB is quite stressed out. As you should be. Rightly so. I would be stressed out too.
Thank you.
So I'm just... Hopefully you can relax a little bit. Try not to look at our view, because I think that's just going to stress you out more.
There. Now everything's blurry, so I can't tell where one ends and the other begins.
Let me say hi to folks, and then we can complain for however long.
Except now I can't read the chat.
I know. Hi, Sharon. Hi, Rara. Hi, Northern Sir. Hi, Christy. Hi, Pacifist P. Hi, Eva. Hi, C. Stevens. I'm scrolling. Hi, Maddie. Hi, Sir Schmoopsy Pants. I'm scrolling. Hi, Lynn. I already said hi, Christy, but hi, Christy, second time. You can have a double hi. It's fine. Hi, X. Hi, Mr. Spock. I know Silent Wing's in here. Hi, Silent Wing. Hi, Missy. I'm scrolling. Hi, Dustin. Hi, Susan. Hi, Shelby. I'm scrolling. Hi, Pink Princess. I'm scrolling. Okay. JB without glasses means you can see his blue ass eyes. Hi, Sassy Vanessa.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Lisa. Hi, Elizabeth. Hi, V. Okay. Yeah, it's been a moment.
Yeah.
Anybody who watched Wednesday's stream or has heard Friday's podcast already knows that Wednesday was a day. So we thought we found a way to fix it.
Yeah.
On sale, a way to fix it. I was like $50 off on sale. With an Elgato Cam Link something, I don't know, is what the internet told us we needed, which we've been talking about for months and months and months.
We have been talking about that. Basically what it does is it allows the camera to legit talk to the computer in HDMI.
While streaming.
Right, streaming and recording and all that.
Right, and we thought it would improve our quality and it would make things easier and everything would work fine. Well, you plugged it in.
Yeah, I plugged it in.
You started working on it?
And I started working on it, getting, doing all the little tweaks, and it actually got worse.
Everything has gotten worse. And we got it back to almost better. I still blame the Windows update from however many days ago that was.
I'm kind of leaning that way myself. I have some... I need to do some digging. It's been a while since I've used it. I have some what they call benchmark software. Basically what it is, you put it in and you run it, and basically what it does is it peaks, it tests all the hardware.
Okay.
Makes sure that the hardware is running at peak performance.
Gotcha.
Okay, so I want to test that and do all that. And if that does not turn anything up, I am highly suspecting the Windows update.
Which we can roll that back,
I can go in and roll that back.
And then it's like, okay, we talked about, so what we're looking at on our screen, for us, y'all are directly below the camera, does not look like what you see. We've now tested this. We know that it looks awful. So... is it the monitor that we're using? That's an easy test. That's not a tonight test. That's a swap out test.
That's a swap test.
The other question, we're like, okay, is it the graphics card? Do we need to get a new graphics card? Do we need to return the Elgato? Like, it's all, there's just, but tonight was not the night. We almost thought we were going to be streaming from my desk again.
Yeah.
One of the things we talked about was, okay, do we turn this machine into a Linux machine like you've done with Pat? Isn't your current machine? No, your current machine's not on Windows. Your previous machine was a Linux machine.
My previous machine was Linux. I love Linux. I used it for years. I used years ago one of the first iterations of Red Hat. I have used Linux Mint, Linux Ubuntu, Debian. Used a lot of different flavors of Linux, and Ubuntu has been my all-time favorite. Your old HP laptop, I brought that back to life. That's now running Linux. That's a Linux machine.
Yep.
Unfortunately, and I do need to research it, I know OBS runs Ubuntu or Linux. I know Audacity runs Linux. The problem why I had to switch back is because some of the software for the cameras and video that we use do not work in Linux, and I had not found any compatible.
Yeah, the other option would be to switch to Mac, where there's a lot of good software, but that's expensive.
Yeah.
Just to be a recording computer. So we will not be switching to, as much. I would be happy with a second Mac. I'm here for it, but that's way too much money to spend.
Yeah.
So.
You know, that's kind of where it's at. Yeah, I loved Linux. It never had any problems with it. It always ran stable.
I just want things to work, and I hate the fact that it's either takes tons of time and technological know-how, which thankfully you have, not the time, but the know-how to do, or it takes a lot of money. Like, there's never just do these 3 steps and you have fixed the problem.
Maddie, yes, you're right. The computer needs some discipline, and I need to dole out some harsh.
Yeah. I was waiting for some corner time for either you or the computer. I wasn't sure what. So yeah, we're all like, it's a kerfuffle. And then we're a week early. This should be next week, but somebody's going to get his second dose of the vaccine next Friday, and we don't know if it's going to kick his butt. So we've already talked about that. And then I don't know how calendars and numbers work.
Yeah.
So I think I only said this in Discord. I might have said it in the email newsletter, but I was like, we have to end at midnight tonight because our internet's going to be down for maintenance from midnight to 6 a.m., except that was last night.
Yeah.
Because it was on midnight April 9th. Well, midnight April 9th was many, many hours ago.
Yep.
How does time work? How does math work? I don't know. So we think we'll have internet past midnight tonight, but this is Cox Internet Services. Who the fuck knows?
Right. Pink Princess, no, neither of us are on Tumblr anymore. We used to be back in the day.
Yep.
We left after the Great Purge.
Yeah, if I can't look at or share the porn I want to share, then I don't want to play in that sandbox anymore.
We are both on FetLife. She's there as Kayla Lords. I'm there as Southern Sir.
And Rara, I saw that you so far have been fine from your second shot, and I'm very happy for you. And I really hope that happens for JB.
That's good to know.
My mom had her second shot today too, and she said she's a little nauseous, but she's always a little nauseous, and she has a headache, but she always has a headache. And I'm like, my mom is me. I am my mom. So she's like, can I blame that on the shot, or is this just my everyday life? I mean, you've made some points there. So.
Yeah, Cox is not great, and it's not our choice.
That's all we got.
Unfortunately, here in this area where we live, they are the only option. So we have no choice.
I can't believe I I mean, I guess I could believe it. So I had Cox when I lived up in the Panhandle. But when we lived in Tampa Bay, we had Spectrum, which was somebody else before they were Spectrum. Bright House. Before they were Spectrum.
Yeah.
And I'm looking back fondly at the Spectrum days.
Oh, yeah.
Like, can I have that back?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So, yeah, Spectrum was great. They never had any interruption in service.
No, God,
with them,
no.
Never.
Now, people did when they went from I can't believe we're talking about this. See, I told y'all Hangouts, we talk about whatever.
Right.
When they went from Bright House to Spectrum, apparently that was a hot mess, but we were fine.
Yeah.
I guess we got lucky. So, but, yeah.
And, yeah, we did get to get some playtime in this week.
We did.
Yeah.
We've had, like, from yesterday to today, other than all these computer problems and tech problems, which make my head hurt, it's been good. We also did a thing, y'all. We were very daring. It was a risk assessment. Also, I'm prefacing all of this. I made a decision similarly to the same decision I made when I sent my children back to school, even though there's a plague outside. It was for their mental health because they were not doing well and neither was I. JB and I went for the first time in over a year to a restaurant with outdoor seating, plenty of open spaces, and ate at a restaurant today.
Ate lunch at a restaurant today.
Because you had a look in your eyes about 5 days ago that I went, oh, I can't afford that kind of therapy. We're going to have to find another way. And I suggested 2 things for this week. 1, a legit spanking session.
Yep.
Just hit me for a while. We both needed that. And I was like, 2, if we could find a restaurant that had open outdoor seating, not that like closed in, like there's 2 tables and they're bunched up together, but like legit open seating.
Patio seating, yeah.
Like real patio seating though, not cramped patio seating. We could go to a restaurant and sit outside. I wanted to wear my mask the whole time, even while I was eating. It was weird. But we did it, and then we got the fuck out of there. And I kept my head away. Like, as people were starting to come in, I was like, no, I'm going to look this way, where there's nobody. But did those things help?
Yeah.
Okay. Then.
Yeah. It was so wonderful. I'd forgotten what it felt like to sit in a restaurant, have somebody serve, and not have to clean up, and it was wonderful. It was such a wonderful feeling. I enjoyed it.
I'm glad you had that experience. I certainly enjoyed the food, and we have leftovers. We brought them home, and that was nice. And I will not rest easy about the things we do. I have to make constant risk assessments until my children are vaccinated. And it is that simple. Because just cause. So we're not going to do that all the time, but we are finding our way.
Yep.
Because, the look in his eyes, y'all. It's like, oh my God, we have to do something for this man's mental health.
Hang dog.
You don't often look helpless and hopeless.
No.
But you did that day.
I did.
We had to fix that. So, kink and restaurants.
I was in a bad place.
Also, I don't know how many people out there can relate to this because I don't know if it's a southern thing, it's a Florida thing, it's a country thing. I don't know. John Brownstone also learned today about an establishment, a store, if you will, called Rural King. Rural. I can never say that word. Rural King. It's like Walmart for farming people. I literally saw bales of hay in the middle of the store, and we saw live chickens. Little baby chicks and ducks and turkeys inside, not outside in a pen. No. In the store. I just wanted to go for their fairly decent pet section. We got Lola a new dog thing and some other dog things and a cat thing, and we got things for the fur babies. And then we were gonna look there because I was like, I don't even know what they have here. And we would walk about an aisle and a half, and you would stop, and I would stop. And then you'd walk another aisle and a half, and you would stop, and we would have to stop. I was like, we're never leaving this store. We're never leaving this store.
I bought nuts and rope.
And I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'm just going to leave it. I've nothing. I did find a shirt. I found several shirt designs that were super, super sassy. They were graphic tees, but they were either completely out or didn't have my size.
Mm-hmm.
But I did have one that's half lie. Because it's, how does it go? Something sweet and something sassy. And I was like, oh, I'm not sweet, but I am sassy. Oh, I did see one shirt and I desperately want to have it, but they didn't have any in the store, and it said all of my pants are sassy pants. I was like, yeah, they are.
Amazing. That's the one they were completely out of. Yeah.
If TSC is Tractor Supply Company, we have that too.
We have that too, and
we have both.
And I have been to those. We actually
have one, but fairly. It's in this area as
this,
well.
There's one in this area.
It's not right down the street from the Rural King, but it's close enough.
But
the live animals
Rural
in
King,
the store.
Rural King took the cake with having live chicks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Silent Wing, the bike shorts I got, they were on Amazon. They were by Hanes. They were $7 a pair US. I don't know what that would make them for you. I got black and I got gray, but they were by Hanes. I don't know if they were Hanes Her Way or they were just Hanes. But if you look at my tag inside my butt, JB, you can tell what they... Whoop! Oh, hello. We're getting up close and personal. Hi, Kelvin. Oh, my gosh.
Doesn't say.
It doesn't say. Maybe I ripped those out. Path Girl, I will say, when we were in... I just ripped my tag out. When we were in the Rural King today, we went down the equine section. And there was like a tack kind of section, and I was looking for the good stuff.
Yeah, it doesn't say.
Oh, it doesn't say.
Nope.
No.
Just gives the size and care.
Okay. But they didn't have anything good. But they did. So I don't know anything about horses. I don't have a clue. Not really been around them. I'm used to thinking about leather because I've been to a couple of tack shops.
Mm-hmm.
In the equine section, some of those harnesses look like harnesses I put on Lola, except larger, of course, for a horse. I was like, that's hot pink and vinyl. We do that for horses? I'm sure we do, but I didn't know.
I was looking at the bits.
I didn't see any of that. I just saw hot pink harnesses, and I was like, that if Lola was bigger, she could wear that. So.
If she were any bigger, there'd be a serious problem because...
hey, Silent Wing, I will DM you those links to the shorts so that you can compare. Because they're in my order history. I'll DM you in Discord, Silent Wing.
I hope he enjoys it. They are a lot of fun, Elizabeth.
What are we talking about?
Canes.
Oh. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. Yeah, Hanes. Stretch. Jersey bike shorts. Here we go. Can I get a link? Just let me have a link, Amazon. Just let me have a link. Ooh, Discord. No, I don't want to do that. Cancel. Just let me have the link, Amazon. Sorry, I'm learning how to work my phone on the live stream. See, we really are this boring. What am I trying to do here?
Yeah, see all the crops that I got them at tack stores. Any of the ones that I got through toy dealers, they all fell apart.
Oh yeah.
But the actual ones.
The actual ones.
Yeah.
Legit last.
So, and Pacifist Pete, no, don't use metal bits. Either have the silicone
or leather.
Leather.
The bit I have is leather with a clear plastic
wrap
rubber.
Mm-hmm.
Rubber, yeah. Whatever.
Rubber around it, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and it doesn't have teeth marks, so it's holding up just fine. Northern Sir, you're fine. I'm not mad about the memes. I have missed so much of the chat. I'm scrolling, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
So
she's going backwards.
I'm going backwards in time. I'm a time traveler. I don't know if the person who can't read a calendar, tell time, or do math should be allowed to time travel.
Probably not.
I'm just,
Kind of a scary concept.
yeah. We also tried to be very domestic today and just buy some new damn pillows. Between his bad back and my bad neck, a standard pillow just doesn't work anymore. But clearly supply chains are still an issue because we saw the display but couldn't find the actual pillow. Ooh, I need to check that online. Not right now. Y'all don't need to watch me buy pillows online. So, what else did we do today?
I bought a burn barrel.
You did buy a burn barrel. Oh my God, we went to the Rural King. We bought a burn barrel. His assimilation into country life is complete. I mean, I've always been in the country life because I know who raised me and where I was raised, and we have burn barrels then too.
I'm fitting in nice in the community.
You are. They're
Yeah.
not going to be able to tell a difference between you and the natives soon.
Right.
Especially if you keep driving the way you've been driving. They really will not be able to tell. One moment, super pokey slow. Next moment, trying to get us killed on the highway. I mean, that sounds about right. Oh, God.
Yes, that's what the barrel was for.
So
I
yeah.
can have a barrel of fun.
And apparently there is preparation
Yeah, I
for
got
a burn barrel. You don't just get you a barrel and start burning stuff in it. No. You have to pull out your power tools first.
Yeah.
This is why so many people have burn barrels, I'm sure.
Well, I got to pop some holes in the bottom so it doesn't fill up with water, and then put some holes around the side so it vents for the air for burning. And then get a couple cement blocks to raise it up so it's not sitting on the ground.
Oh, you didn't even say all that when we were talking about it. There's going to be cement blocks in my yard? I didn't want to go that country. I've lived that life. We don't have to go that country. Where is this burn barrel going?
The only time you have to worry is when the cars are sitting in the yard on some concrete blocks.
I've lived that life too. Just so you know. Okay, Silent Wing, we looked at a won't go flat pillow. Please report back the moment it goes flat.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you like memory foam pillows. We have a memory foam pillow, but we've had it, I think, longer than you're supposed to have a pillow. I need those kinds of pillows that have that funky shape so you get the full neck support, or my neck goes completely wonky and I can't even move it. But also, if I just look at the bed, I get hot. So laying down, I'm boiling hot. So I need one of those pillows that supposedly keeps you cool, but it also has to be the right shape. It also has to be the right firmness. There can't be squish to it. If there's squish to it, my neck's not being supported.
The impossible pillow.
Yes, I need the perfect. But also, I was told I'm not allowed to spend $100 on a pillow. Because did I find a pillow that I thought, oh, this would be perfect? Yes, I did. Was it also $100? Yes, it was. And I was informed, we will not be people who sleep on $100 pillow. But what if it's the only pillow? What if I have no other choice? I don't even remember what a good night's sleep feels like. Did I sleep well as a child? No, I didn't. No.
And Pacifist P, I would ultimately like to have a fire pit. I have built fire pits before. Love them. Love sitting around a fire pit when it's time to do that and roast marshmallows and yada yada. Right now, I do not have the time to invest in building a fire pit.
We also want to figure out at some point what we want to do with our backyard.
With the backyard
that makes it,
to begin with.
Nice.
Yeah, and they do not collect yard waste here.
Not in the county. If we still live in the city,
if we still lived in the city, they would. But living in the county, they do not. The landfill here is full. They've closed it, and they haul trash to an adjoining county. So they do not take yard trash. So the purpose of the burn barrel, because there are a lot of trees here, there's, and a lot of limbs and stuff that fall. So since I cannot take this stuff anywhere, I'm going to burn it. Throw it in the barrel and burn it.
Silent Wing. So, first of all, I don't know if we can call them neighbors, but the people who live off the grid on the other side of our fence.
The people in the woods.
The people in the woods. They have chickens.
They do.
I wish they would share eggs since we
do.
have to listen to their chickens. We also had a neighbor at our rental that had chickens.
Yes.
He did offer eggs.
He did.
He says, if you find eggs in your yard, keep them.
Because they used
it's
to
fine.
just wander the street.
Right. So we have considered chickens.
Mm-hmm.
We're not there yet. I'm not saying we won't have chickens. They would have to be egg laying. Like we'd have to get eggs from them or keep them as pets. Like I could not have a fryer, a chicken, or a chicken that we're supposed to cook. That's not gonna happen. But would we do? Are we?
There was no.
Is that gonna be us? I feel like with all these things we talk about, the backyard's not big enough for all the things we talk about. Pascal, what did I do to you? Why do you hate me? There's only one way to do a live demo of that.
Yeah, it does
Eva
sound
would
like a harp. Like, yeah.
Lola would love to chase chickens. She really wants to just chase the little teeny tiny lizards that we have around here. I mean, they don't cooperate with her, but she would love to do that. She also chases squirrels and birds and rabbits and tried to chase a snake. That one gave her pause, thank God.
Yeah, I let her out the other night, and there was a lizard on the back patio. She went on high alert. The lizard ran up the drain spout.
Smart lizard.
And Lola got into a staring contest for about 5 minutes with the downspout. And I basically had to break her concentration, otherwise she might still be standing there looking at
waiting
it.
For the lizard to come back down.
Yeah.
So I'm not. So Silent Wing, that's fine, but I'm not. I can't cook something I named. Other people can. My mother probably could. I can't. No. And I appreciate that, Path Girl. You've missed it. So should I be? Oh no, you haven't. I was gonna say, should I be a good submissive and tell you what I think you missed?
Oh no, I didn't miss it.
Fuck.
I did not miss it. I've been following the conversation.
I hate that you have that ability. I really hate that you have that ability. Ooh, can we do show and tell for some things that aren't technically up on the site yet? After you hit me?
Yes.
Okay. We're going to do some show and tell, but I'm going to take one for the fucking team for y'all. So, just letting you know.
You gotta figure out how to get in the stupid box first.
We got to find another box, because I struggle with that box too. Would you like some help?
Maybe Rural King has a better box.
You know, I bet Rural King does have a... So here's the other thing. The 11-year-old is going into middle school next year, and he's in a a magnet program. And so his new middle school is going to be not going to be in the zone or school zone. It's going to be on the other side of town, right down the street from the Rural King. And somehow I think I'm going to get out of school drop-off so somebody can go and explore the Rural King.
Maybe. So this is the 3mm
Oh, you have to get closer for that to work.
Evil Stick.
I'll move my head. Don't move yours. Don't worry. It's fine.
I turned wooden handle. It's a...
What kind of wood is that handle now? It was a different wood before, I thought.
I've been using a mix of different woods for this. And it's carbon fiber rod.
It hurts so bad.
Yeah.
You don't pull way back. This is
don't
not like
pull,
a cane.
You do not need to pull way back.
You will break it.
Ready?
No. So it hurts. But it hurts the same way. You know how you take a bite of something spicy and you go, that wasn't bad. And then it gets to the back of your tongue and you think your insides are melting? Like that. So the initial contact is not terribly bad. It's a little red, right? Right
yeah,
there.
oh yeah, there's a line right there.
The initial contact's not bad, but it's like once the sensations penetrate that top layer of skin, and actually, I'm going to regret saying this because science, I think the 3 millimeter is not as bad to me as the 2 millimeter. 2 millimeter is...
Let's see.
2 millimeter is thinner and also can break even easier, so you have to be very careful with these.
I think the 3 millimeter will leave more of a bruise.
Oh, yeah, I think so too. But the sensations are similar to that of a cane in that it is very pinpointed. It's very specific. This does not spread across the muscle, the skin. It stays right where it lands, and that's why it hurts so bad. Okay, I got to relax my arm.
Ready?
No.
You don't need a lot of bend, just a little dab will do you. Ready? You sure? Yeah?
Oh, that one's worse. That one is so worse. That one is so worse. That one is so worse. Yeah, we're completely green and have excellent connection, y'all.
Yeah, it's a carbon fiber.
You got to get closer. I got to teach you how to be a booty guru. Yeah. There you go.
This is the 2 millimeter.
Oh, that one does hurt worse.
Oh, now you got two nice adjoining parallel lines.
Yep, and they, on me, because of how my skin handles that kind of stuff, these will actually get darker.
You might bruise. Sometimes these bruise you.
Yeah.
Here, you know what? Let's
And a tip, if it's you who's getting hit with it, try to relax. Shit! Oh, shit! Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit and Shinola. Holy shit, that one hurt. Did you go harder on that one? Okay, I'm going to do show and tell now of things that are not available for purchase yet.
Hang on.
After that torture.
Hang on.
Oh, it hurts.
Really? Did it hurt?
It hurts.
Did it hurt?
It hurts.
Did it hurt?
It does.
Aw.
Yeah, this is not one we play with regularly. It's an exclamation point. It's an accent.
Ooh, there we go. Nice picture of it.
But I'm not going to...
Zip, zip.
I know. Did you go across? Let me see the picture. I can't... You did it on the side. I don't bend that way. Oh, ow. Okay. Well, we'll have to take a picture later as it develops.
Have to put that
A
up on
little
Discord later.
Cyberwing? You think it's a little? I could see a stream where it's like, hit her with that, hit her with that. And hey, as was pointed out a few times, advertising, y'all, I'm here to sell some product at the Kinkery, so I'm kind of down for that stream.
Right.
Okay, so the things, the show and tell.
The show and tell
The
thing?
show and tell. Oh, God. Whew. What about the other thing that's not on the site yet? But that one's closer to being on the site than these are.
Where is the thing?
Oh, I put it in the ping pong paddle box. It's in the ping pong paddle box. We're gonna show you stuff that you can't buy yet, so just know it's a sneak peek. Which one? You want me to start with this one?
It doesn't matter.
We're gonna start with this one. This one, you've mentioned that this is coming.
Yep.
It's limited edition. It is Purple Heart. We have named it the Purple Pounder. We could have just called it a pounder, but it's Purple Heart. And if he ever uses another wood, it will be that color. We figured out there's a whole rainbow of wood. There's only going to be a few of these because you just had specific pieces of wood. This isn't a normal cut you have,
No,
right?
it's not. It's it was an odd cut of wood, and it was Purple Heart, so you know, yeah, it
You take way too much sadistically just in touching the damn thing.
Lady Fluffy Cake, no, that's not a cherry stain.
That's the wood.
This is Purple Heart wood.
That's the natural color of the wood.
And that's the natural color of the wood.
Yep.
Yep.
So hopefully somebody will do his homework on this product and we can get it out early next week. That would be the plan. We have it kind of ready to go. This has gone across my butt. I can report that as long as you kind of stay away from the edges, it's a pretty satisfying smack. It's kind of a cross between a thud and a sting. So depending on which part of my fatty butt cheek he hit, if it was more muscle, I felt more of a sting. If it was like across my just cheek, it was a good smack. It was a smack with weight behind it. That. So yeah, this is not something we can keep in regularly because the cut of wood this came from is not something we usually have.
Right.
So limited edition.
And Rara, yes. Yeah, I'm in a better mood now after.
That's why we did the whole spanking thing the other day.
Yep.
You needed that too.
And after my little tech soiree here, yeah, that definitely lifted the mood.
How are
as
they
well.
doing? I got a welt. I can see the
you got welts, yeah.
Don't touch the welt, please and thank you. So the next three are definitely not ready for the shop yet. And as these are first ones, they'll probably be, I don't know how they'll go. These are designs of paddles we already sell, but they're in new colors. So we have our red oak small paddle and our red oak large paddle. This is technically a red oak paddle with purple glitter unicorn spit. Unicorn spit! So it's still the light red oak paddle, but it's a fun color. And in the light, you can see the sparkles. And here's what I learned about the unicorn spit, the glitter unicorn spit. The glitter actually is in the grain, and so you have to kind of hold it to the light, and I'm not sure we're going to do it justice here. But you see the glitter better in the grain. Oh, come on. I want you to fall. There we go. This is 2 coats of unicorn spit purple glitter. I don't know when that one's coming. This one is not glittery, and I'm not sure I love how it came out, but we shall see. It is also a small red oak. Get your head out of there, Daddy. Small red oak paddle, but it is done, there we go, in a turquoise unicorn spit, no glitter. So it's more of a flat color. And you can still see, I don't know if the camera will pick it up, you can still see the wood grain. But it's that kind of color. And then, this is the large red oak paddle, and this is a combination of the turquoise and the purple glitter, and it did like this. Oh, come on. There we go. And even cooler, so the wood grain got brought out really clearly.
Yeah.
And the wood grain is where the purple sparkle, the glitter shows up even more. I don't think I can get it to show up in this light with this camera. But so it's our standard style of paddle, but pretty. So these are slowly going to start rolling out on the site.
Pink Princess, it's a stain, a wood stain.
It's freaking amazing.
And it's called unicorn spit. I have been looking for something to add color to wood. Silent, I have not. I have not. I do have.
I only want to do that with those kinds of woods if you have. Let me try it this way. I want to experiment on those kinds of woods on cast-offs to make sure, because that natural wood is so pretty.
As it is, yeah.
I would be very upset if we accidentally janked up a very pretty item.
I would probably go with on something like a curly maple to do a very light.
Yeah.
A light coat with the unicorn spit, so it does soak into the wood and not hide the grain.
Yeah. Well, and some of this is all this is all completely new, so we're playing and we're seeing what happens. And so the large red oak with the grain that stands out super clear, like you can see that grain. I had no idea that was going to happen when I did it. And I tried it on a cast off piece of wood first, and then I saw that it happened, and I tried it again, and I got it to work. One of the things I want to try is to do a unicorn spit pour, so it's actually a glaze and it's thick and it's not just a stain, to get some really cool designs on the wood. But I'm going to play with throwaway wood for that first.
Yeah.
So,
and Ra, yeah, there's going to be pink.
there's
going to be unicorn spit has a lot of different colors.
Yeah, they're just kind of pricey, so we're going to slowly add them in.
It's going to be a thing that we're slowly adding in more colors. Absolutely.
I want the entire range. I would love for us to get to a point at some point where somebody could request a specific color, assuming unicorn spit makes it, and it'd be just like a simple stain, and you've got an orange, you've got a yellow, you've got a whatever. But we're just not there yet. I can report, Rara, that the pink paracord for our red oak, large and small red oak paddles is in, and the picture on Amazon was very deceiving. That looked like a muted pink, and what we got was fucking hot pink, like Barbie hot pink. So we're getting there with our colors. So, oh my gosh, yeah, that's a welt.
Yep.
I don't know if that can even be seen, but it's there.
Sure, Smoothly Pants she is, and I am very grateful.
I gotta play with resin pours. That's her next
for what
thing.
she's been doing. I'm very grateful for that, because she's, I was the one that kind of found the unicorn spit, and once I told her the name, she was just like,
we're going to use that.
We gotta
I'm
have
sorry.
it. We gotta have it.
There's no way we're not going to.
And we picked up a few bottles. Told her, we can play with it, and she has. She's been, looking at some techniques to work with it. She's been.
I watch a lot of unicorn spit videos. The problem I have is that the videos that are coming up in my recommendations, or that I'm finding, are not most of them, not all of them. Most of them are not engaging enough that I want to watch them, to learn from them. Like I feel so bad. I get annoyed with the people. And I'm like, not learning anything. Or they're just sort of demonstrating and they're not teaching, and it's like, oh. But there are a couple of pours that are actually very commonly done with acrylic paint, and I think even resin, that people have been doing with unicorn spit that I want to try, because not for a stained effect, but for the glazed effect, so it would actually cover part of the wood. Oh, it's super, super cool looking. So I want to see if we can make this happen. So.
No, I'm not familiar with her.
No,
Silent. I will. I'm going to write that name.
Hold on. Did I watch one of? I can tell you if I watched some of her videos. Because wait a moment. Does she sound familiar to me? We're about to find out. Because. There she is. Did I watch any of her stuff? I think I did.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I did.
Okay.
I would need to watch more though. I just watched when it came up. Yes. Yeah, I watched a couple of these. So, yeah, we're playing. It's kind of fun. It's also kind of stressful because I like things to come out very even and very balanced and very.
And this is not, because it's going to depend on. It can't, because it's going to depend on the grain of the wood.
So I'm trying really hard to just sort of embrace the chaos that is this. It's exciting. It's fun. Like I have like daydreams that I'll be able to spend days just doing shop elf stuff, but we don't live that life right now. So, do you need to take a follow-up picture to see if that's worse? I can't.
Oh, it's definitely, especially up here, the welt is what? Problem?
I want to try and show it to the camera.
I just posted the picture I took to Discord. Yeah, I know.
Let's see if I can do this, y'all. We'll find out. Here we go. That's it. I touched the microphone. My boob touched the microphone. Lynn, it all depends on the paddles. These 3 and this style that aren't stained, they are kind of slappy. Like, I wouldn't say stingy. They're definitely not truly thuddy. They're slappy. So they're lightweight enough that I don't think of them as a deep thud. Purple Heart has a thud to it, but because it's thin, it also has a bit of a smack, slap, sting. The Rough Rider paddle that we have that's on the site, thekinkery.com, it's got rope on it. It actually has a thud because the rope added weight to it. I'm trying to think of the other paddles.
No, I didn't, Eva. I did not see the question.
Right here.
To hold tea light candles.
You make tea light thingies? I just boxed one up for you.
Yeah. I don't know. I may have to see. You're talking about a box to actually hold the bulk candles,
or just something to hold a single tea light.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lynn, we. No, I haven't. These just came in from the garage. That hurt.
Stand up.
Hold on, let me pick my wedgie out.
Ready?
No.
Ready?
No. Go ahead.
Ready?
Nope, that still feels like hell. That still feels like hell. No, I don't. I can't tell a difference. And thank you for that reminder. There's a little bit of a heft behind it, but it's slappy. So the first thing I feel is the surface level smack sting, and then I feel the thud. So here, for anybody who needs a good sound, there you go. Helping my fellow Kingsters out there. Popsicles! Okay, so what was the question from Silent Winged about these? I like that name. I'm not going to lie, I never knew that the first hardest thing about having a store online is the shipping. The second is naming your products. Okay.
Okay.
Well, so Silent Winged, the acrylic pouring or the whatever pouring, I'm going to try it.
She is.
I am going to try it.
I have actually started.
Don't know if my OCD brain can handle it, but I'm going to try it.
I have actually started showing her some things with the acrylic work.
And Eva wants something to hold a dozen tea lights for storage.
Okay. Eva, let me noodle it and see what I've got that I can work with. And if I can come up with something, I will let you know. Okay?
Popsicle paddles. I mean, the thing is though, I don't know will other colors come out with this kind of popsicle. The separate stained ones would. Like red would look like a cherry popsicle. Yeah. I mean, this style could probably be. Yeah, naming shit is hard. You have one. We're not going to describe because I don't want spoilers. But you have one that's in the works. You've been working on. You could I can't wait till you get to those. We already know we're going to call them thumpers. Because that's a thump. Yeah. You are thumping somebody with that thing. What's the thuddiest item in the store? What's the thuddiest item in the store? I'm thinking. When we still had the large Holy Terrors, those are pretty fucking thuddy.
Yeah.
I would say at this point, the Rough Rider. Probably the thuddiest. Because, so the Rough Rider is a hairbrush paddle with rope wound around it. And the hairbrush paddle on its own is kind of light. It's kind of slappy. The moment you put that rope in it, and it's a nice feeling. I enjoy it. I don't know. Would I enjoy it if you really
wailed on you?
Right. Maybe less so. But I was pleasantly surprised by the weight of that because that was a nice. And then I think probably after that it's going to be the Purple Pounder when it gets put up because it's just a heavy wood.
Yeah.
I would like to say the Holy Terrors are all thuddy, but the holes in the middle of the Holy Terrors, man, you could almost hear it whistle through the air, and that makes it more slappy because of that.
Here in Florida, use them as mosquito swatters.
So, Spider Smasher. I mean, I don't really want spider guts on my paddles, but sure. You probably could, Pink Princess, get friction off of the rope. We have not. We just tested. We have not played, so Murder Hornet Masher.
Yeah, right.
Look, we'll just name one of these things 2020, and we'll name another one of them 2021.
Yeah, right.
Either way, it's beating the shit out of you. So, V, that is a question for JB, and
What?
V asked, would you ever do a paddle with a lead weight inside?
Ooh.
And you have done some custom orders.
Yeah.
We have a really cool one that was a custom order that the picture's in our Patreon Discord. I don't know how you want to describe that one. And that was a
brutal.
I was a bit of a test subject for the prototype.
Yeah,
and, ooh, that was brutal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But this is the Rough Rider, and there's the rope.
Get your head up. Put it in front of your head. There you go. Now
Okay.
I'm going to teach you how to be a movie guru.
So it's it's a natural rope. It's a natural fiber rope. So it's got some rough texture to it.
Oh yeah, over the welts. Thanks. Fucking sadist. So X, on customs, we keep the names vague. We certainly don't say paddle.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully those wooden novelty items get through customs in Australia. I've never had somebody, it's been ages since anybody ordered from Australia. I mean, like a long time. But I never had anybody report that they didn't get it. So, but yeah, we keep our customs form vague and discreet as well. Everything's a wooden novelty item.
Now, as for the lead weights, I think it could be possible.
You'd have to do it almost like a laminate kind of thing, though? Because wouldn't you have to have two pieces of wood on the outside of that?
Would have to probably use a router to open on each side and then laminate together.
Could you do a resin pour over it? Open it up, pop the thing in, fill it with resin.
For that, I would probably use like a BB shots. And I know they do. Many people who make floggers do use lead shot in the handle to help balance it. But yeah, with the lead, you could not have that exposed because
it's lead.
Yeah.
No, I get that. Yeah, we are getting used to calling the unfinished ones
charcuterie boards.
Yeah, and cheese boards. Also, shot boards. Isn't that what you said? Shot.
Yes.
Shot something.
Shot board. Shot paddles.
Shot paddles.
Shot paddles. I've seen paddles that they use where they serve shots. Use them to serve shots. So yeah, that's another thing too. Shot paddle.
So, yeah. So the custom order, we didn't come up with a name for it because I don't think there's any plan to put it in the shop. No,
I'm not sure. No, maybe I think maybe it's a variation.
Yeah,
of it. We'll see.
But
maybe
it was a very thick piece of Purple Heart, which Purple Heart is a very heavy wood, so there's an automatic thud to that one. And then there were crisscrosses. Is the word routed?
Yeah.
Routed into one side.
So it basically came out like a diamond plate pattern.
Oh my God, it hurt so bad. Like I said, tested the prototype.
Yeah.
That shit hurt.
So
but it was heavy.
Hand me one of the
That one? Okay.
So basically a shot paddle from what I've seen. Take a paddle, they have a paddle like this. And they would take a drill and just make like little holes that you could set a shot glass in. Mm-hmm. And then they serve.
Jesus, that came at my eye.
and then they serve the shots on the paddle. Mm-hmm. So.
But you know what? You could do that entire design, and that would be a that would totally be a paddle, because the hole doesn't go all the way through like the Holy Terror. Mm-hmm. It's just an inset. And so, I wonder what kind of... That would make it lighter on a red oak. So if you wanted it to be thuddy, you'd have to use a heavier wood. But heavier wood, aren't those harder to cut when they're heavier? Because aren't they denser, usually?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Now, that would be a shot paddle.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We already know the name of that one. So if you decide to make that one, we've got a name. So, of course, that would be very confusing to people who are trying to buy the bartending version of a shot paddle, but I'll take the Google traffic where I can get it. So I mean, if you like to have your esophagus on fire because you drank liquid lava in one gulp, I mean, then you're missing that. The only time I ever really quote enjoyed shots was when I was trying to be a badass and go toe to toe with somebody and show them they couldn't fucking intimidate me, and hell yeah, I'll do that damn shot with you. Always regretted it later. Didn't let them see though. That's the trick. So. Mm-hmm. But so yeah, there are more ideas than time in the day. But yeah, we have plenty of ideas. We're starting with the unicorn spit. We're moving slowly with that.
Yeah.
I can't wait till you get the thumper together. It's a very simple design, y'all. The moment he has them ready and you see it, you'll be like, that thing packs a punch. That one hurts, but that one hurts in a good way. But you could hurt somebody with that one. Yeah. You could. So.
All right, I'm gonna put some of this away. Pulling out boxes left and right.
I know, you're screwing up my shipping area.
I am.
Like, I got it all organized. We got some things we still have to do in the shipping area to organize it even more. But
just don't browse too much. I'm leaving these out.
Are you coming back with them? Are you planning on hitting me some more with evil sticks? What did I do to you? I'm a nice girl. I was wondering when we'd get there, Eva.
Right.
I just drank my Diet Coke. That's all I can handle for tonight.
Yeah.
I might go get some iced tea, though. So.
Ooh, an ice cube tray.
There's a weld. Oh my God, there's a legit weld.
Yeah.
You said you put the pictures in, because I don't twist that way, y'all, and these arms are too big. I'm going in to go look. Is it in general or is it in NSFW? Where'd you put them, Dottie?
In the exhibitionist room.
Oh, that's the right room.
Well, yeah.
That's my room, even though I never go in there. Oh no, that doesn't do it justice at all. That doesn't do it justice at all, no. There's a big old thick welt on my arm. I wish, Pink Princess. Right? Oh, I wish. No, I'll be probably mouthy and lippy by the time we're done. So. Oh, that's awesome. Yay! Sewing, I know. So, we should do the office tour. We recorded a video this week that, because of all these issues we talked about at the top of the stream with the computer and the this and the that and whatever,
can't use scrapped.
Right, can't use the video. We were like, we're gonna re-record it. It wasn't hard to record. It'll be fine. We have not re-recorded this video. That video will be re-recorded next week on our recording day.
Yeah.
I could have easily, even with just my iPhone, gone around and done an office tour as a video. Did I? No. No, I did not. No, I did not. So, yeah. I'm glad the stickers are arriving
Right.
and that they are going places. So I have a few more vanilla safe, safe for work kind of stickers planned, all coffee themed. I have a sticker design. I just have to like do something with it. I already have it. And it says, "Make me some coffee." And I was like, they didn't know that was kinky when they made it, but that's kinky. Because this submissive hears that all the time.
Right.
And it is definitely said in a dom voice. So. Oh, wow, X. Woo. I am sometimes bendy, but right now I am not bendy. But I'm never bendy like that. But, I think I have all my tendons.
I'm
so
not
that's probably
bendy, and
why.
I've never been bendy.
You will never be bendy. You will never be bendy. So, yeah. I could have done an office tour, did we? No, we did not. I know, and we've got an office.
I'm not sure, V.
Oh, Lola's snoring.
Yes. She put herself to bed.
She did put herself to bed. She did, yes. So we go into the Rural King, and I wanted to show you the pet area because it's pretty substantial for a farmer's Walmart.
Yeah.
And we ended up getting her a new mat to go at the bottom of her crate because the one that it came with it just felt too thin. This one's a lot thicker. She knew it was for her the moment we walked in the door. She started sniffing it and then followed us here into the office and watched us put it in her crate and then got in her crate.
And went right in on it. Yep.
Oh, wow, Eva. So, like, forever and ever, amen, as long as you work there, you can work from home? That's cool.
Oh, wow. That is nice.
That is nice. Night, Missy.
Night.
Night, Sir Schmoosey Pants. So.
That is wonderful.
Sorry, Silent Wing, except sorry, not sorry, because weren't you, like, part of the reason I've, like, been smacked until I have welts? Contort more, X, please and thank you. So.
I've got the feeling a lot of businesses are going to start rethinking after this, yeah.
I mean, the ones who are fairly sensible and open to change. Because
Yeah.
I have heard several people say that their bosses are, even though there's no need for it, they're definitely bringing everybody back to the office. So. No.
She is totally crashed out.
Well, she must have had fun while we were gone. I mean, we were gone for several hours this morning, which is unusual for us because of the plague. But she did not tear up the house, and the cats didn't kill one another. So we called that a success.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we were wondering what we might come home to.
Oh, that's not too bad. The 11-year-old kind of moves his body like that. That one doesn't bother me, but that might have just been a bad angle. If you were really trying to gross me out there, Silent. What else? I appreciate all y'all. I was exhausted before we started this, and I thought I was going to fall asleep sitting up. I am wide awake now. I'll crash later. So... Christina Onyx? I don't think she dislikes Lola, but she does keep her distance.
Yeah.
I think she's intimidated by Lola. Lola's fucking big, though. Ella, though, surprises me. So Ella swats at everybody as they walk by her. She's just kind of like that. If anybody has any theories on why a cat would do that at all times, let me know. But the other thing Ella does is when we bring Lola back in from a walk, Ella is right by the front door waiting to see Lola. Always walks up to her, always tries, sometimes succeeds, to give her a nose boop, and always sniffs her. It's like she's coming, oh, you came back, okay. Is everything okay? I'm just checking on you. And yet they don't get close, and most of the time Ella annoys Lola. But every time we bring Lola back in from a walk, Ella's right there to check.
Now,
So
they are to the point, all three of them will eat together in the same space. Which to me is a big thing. The fact that they all
not
will,
try to get into each other's bowls anymore.
Right.
Because they were trying it.
Yeah. That that has kind of calmed down. Yeah, Ella does need a little bit more playtime, I think.
She's fun to play with. She
she's
plays
fun to
differently
play.
than Onyx
She
plays.
does. She does.
Onyx is a leaper. Onyx
Oh
will
my
jump,
gosh.
will get air under her,
Yes.
going after a feather or whatever whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Ella likes to stand on her back legs and
then just
bat.
kind of,
Oh my god, you almost think she could walk.
Mm-hmm.
They both love playing with things they can kick at. You bought these little like stuffed mice, those like teeny tiny little ones.
Yeah.
One is already destroyed. I don't know if it was Onyx or Ella, maybe both. There was a scuffle over one of them.
Yeah.
They both love those. Ella's thing is scratching, so we have to get a lot of those cardboard scratchers and kind of keep them around so she can like really scratch. Onyx, that's not her thing. She scratches on one of on her cat tree, but that's the only thing she scratches on.
Mm-hmm.
Her thing is jumping. She just wants to jump everywhere.
Yeah.
So.
Onyx is 2.
And Ella is a mystery.
Yeah.
But we think she's fairly young as well. She had kittens when they got her, but they never tried to record an age. But I think she's probably about 1 or 2. She's fairly young. So. Oh, I'm pretty sure they're not natural anything, Silent Wing.
No.
This was like in the $2 bin at Walmart, so pretty sure those were
no. These weren't the, yeah. But, I mean, Onyx has been tolerating Lola more. If Lola's laying on the sofa in the living room, she will come out and sit in the living room window.
Yeah, she doesn't go up to Lola. She does not want to be around Lola, but she will be in the same room as Lola.
But she will be in the same room as her.
She will allow herself to be within a few feet of Lola, but I've noticed either only while eating or if they are on opposite sides of the gate and Onyx is in our bedroom.
Yeah.
And Lola's outside the bedroom, outside the gate, Onyx will stay close to the gate. If Lola is that, but she will not do it without a gate between them.
Yeah.
Not at all. Ella, I mean, she'll get close to anybody, but then she'll take a swat at somebody, including Lola.
Right.
So, but
no.
Yeah. We did get to watch Lola dismantle her first soft chew toy, like the plushies, a couple weeks ago. Like just systematically, there was just fluff flying. She hasn't done it to all the others though. Just that one. I was like, okay, we'll go give this a proper burial in the trash can.
Ella is loving the step shelves that I put up. She is all over the ones that I put up. I still have more to put up. I've been kind of...
I know. I don't know why I've been procrastinating.
Lagging behind.
You were so proud of yourself with that project.
I know.
You've got so much more cat fabric. You can
I
make shelves for every room if you want. We're not allowed to buy fabric anymore.
Yeah.
We don't know how to tell them how much we need.
Right. But, yeah, they do like them. I even threatened the oldest that I put some cat shelves in his room too.
I know. Sometimes I think we're too nice to him because it's technically our room. It's our house. We're like, if we put these cat shelves in here for Ella to get to sit on, would you like that? And he's like, I do not want cat shelves in here. I'm like, the moment you move out, boy, I'm putting shelves on every fucking part of the wall. Ugh.
You know, Silent Wing, that is not entirely untrue. In the in our master bath, the linoleum on the floor, there is a black spot. And it's just this black spot doesn't come clean. It whatever it is, it's embedded in the. And I have been in there and watched Onyx
Just play with it.
just trying to play with it. Yeah.
Look, I have watched her play with the water droplets falling from our shower curtain in our bathroom.
Yeah.
I mean, jump up and try and get the water droplet, y'all. I was like, girl, do you understand what is happening here? I don't know what you're going after, but go for it. You're having a good time. I'm glad to see you entertained. You know what, Halloween? I actually went to go look at some fabric from Spoonflower. And the price that they put is like your minimum price is a little deceiving because I was looking to buy a yard of fabric and I have many Spoonflower on Etsy fabric saved as favorites for future purchases. And it's like $20+ for a yard of fabric. I was like, what the fuck? So, yeah, I'm being real careful about buying that. So, I know I was thinking about that the cats like to play with. The 11-year-old his teacher calls them homework passes. He can use them to like attach them to homework he doesn't want to do. And it's as if he gets the grade as if he did the homework. And she cuts them into these long, skinny strips of paper. This child has more homework passes than he needs. He's like, Mom, I've got a ton. And I'm like, okay. So he doesn't care about them. Well, he doesn't care about them enough he took one, and it's this long, dangly string of piece of paper, and he spent probably 20 minutes playing with Ella, and she just chased after that paper, and he sat on the floor and just wiggled it for him. They had a good old time, and I'm like, go for it.
They did.
But it was literally a piece of paper, and she had big time with that. So, but...
So, and yes, Eva, do have a laser light.
Onyx loves that. I think Ella's a little... Because the 15-year-old has one for Ella, and I think she's mostly just confused by it. Maybe she hasn't seen it enough. I don't know.
I have gotten Onyx to run from one end of the house to the other.
And jump. If you take that laser light and pop it up on the wall, she gets air.
She leaps, yep.
I almost wish we could have seen her out in the wild fending for herself. I'm pretty sure she never went hungry. I'm pretty sure she caught birds in mid-flight. I just think there was no place a squirrel, a mouse, a bird could go to get away from her.
Yeah.
Ella, nah. I think it's a good thing she got picked up by somebody. Actually, Ella was a community cat, so there was probably, somebody in the community feeding her, and that's why. But yeah, Onyx can do it. So, but, protect the dangly bits. I noticed you limit your Onyx's exposure to when your dangly bits are out.
Yes.
Oh God, that was funny. So we did the spanking session the other day, and we were like, has Onyx left the room? Where is Onyx? Let's get Onyx out. Because I don't really want those copper gold eyes staring at us while we do this. Especially, she probably would have jumped up on the bed.
Yeah.
You're there. You're her cat daddy. She would have jumped up on the bed and wanted to be close to you.
Yeah.
That would have been awkward.
Well, it was actually last night. I did you a little flogging before bed. Okay.
You kicked her out. You're like, where is she?
Oh, yeah. Then I kicked her out.
Yeah.
Last night, I thought I had the door closed, and it wasn't. She pushed it open.
Oh, yeah, you were in mid-swing, and the door popped open.
I'm in mid-swing. The door pops open. The cat comes in. She comes around the side of the bed to where I'm standing flogging her, and she just sits down and is like, okay, what's going on here? What are you doing?
I would like to see what you're doing now.
Yeah.
The part was, though, when the door popped open, until you told me it was the cat, all I know is I'm laying naked on the bed and my bedroom door's open. There are kids walking around. I was like, did a kid does a kid need me while I'm naked being flogged? That's awkward.
Night, Elizabeth. Thanks for joining us.
Night, Elizabeth. So.
Oh, about food prep? Yeah. As soon as you walk into the kitchen, all three of them converge on the kitchen.
At any time of day?
Yeah. Doesn't matter.
I understand at or around mealtime. Like, they got their own, internal clock. It's time to eat. If you just look at the kitchen, there are at least two of the three in there with you. I'm trying to make a coffee, and everybody's looking at me like,
What do you got for me?
We
What do you
too
got for
are
me?
hungry.
What do you got for me?
Clearly starving. Yeah, Mr. Spock. Onyx is a cuddler. She cuddles JB at night while he's naked in bed, cuddling up to me. And she's gotten into a fairly new habit of, in the morning when my alarm goes off, she comes up to let me pet her, and she cuddles against my chest. And I'm like, let me just pull that blanket up, because those are my dangly bits, and I don't want you scratching them. Thanks. Yeah. Or biting them. She licked me today.
Did she?
She did. I was like, did I just get cleaned by Onyx? Have I been accepted after 6 fucking months?
You're part of the pack now.
Finally.
But yeah, when I walk into the kitchen, I feel like I'm the Pied Piper or
you
something.
Are.
They just all come.
Oh, and heaven help you if they know where their food is. I was getting out something for Lola, and Ella, who had literally just eaten.
Yeah.
Was nosing her way, and I'm like, no, bitch, this isn't for you. Back the fuck up. This is not for Lola. And Lola is the most patient girl.
Yeah.
So the cats both of them are yowling. I mean, only one sounds like she's been smoking for 40 years, but whatever.
Yeah.
They're yowling for their food, and we feed them first, get them out of the way. And the whole time Lola is sitting in the kitchen, paws usually crossed, just looking at us.
Yeah.
Like, it's fine. I'm waiting.
Mm-hmm.
No problem.
Yeah, Lola just parks herself right in front of the kitchen sink. And yeah, it's she just yeah.
Oh, and I'm definitely team sleeping naked. I was not until we got together.
So you met me, yeah.
But I'm definitely team sleeping naked.
Oh yeah.
The worst part is that I lay down, I'm immediately boiling hot. So I kick the covers off, and then I'm chilled. So I pull the covers back up. Now I'm boiling hot, and then there's a hot flash, and then it's very frustrating. And I just want the cooling pillow. That's all I want. So.
But yeah, Onyx has now taken to sleeping in bed, and she cuddles against me. She's like this little tiny 8-pound furnace.
She is. And an immovable object.
Yes. Yeah. I have to, she will not move.
As am I. I too am an immovable object, and you're between us. You are a cover thief, though. Do you remember? I don't know if it was like in the night or the middle of the morning, but while we were supposed to be sleeping, you and I literally did a tug of war with the sheet. So I pull a corner of the sheet over my shoulder. I'd gotten the chill after the fire went out. And you rolled and yanked it. And so I yanked it back. And then you shifted and you yanked it again. I was like, we are not playing this.
Probably was dreaming I was playing tug of war with Lola.
I mean, it would have been funny if it wasn't the middle of the fucking night and I wasn't chilly. I only get to be chilly like once an hour, every fucking hour, all night long. But God. So.
Goodness.
Lynn, that is very true. Morning sex is easier if you're both just already naked.
Yep.
Also, I just have found, I mean, we sometimes do sleep in pajamas if we need to for some reason.
Yeah.
Like if usually
when we used to travel.
Yeah, when we travel, we sleep in pajamas. And it's just, I'm hot. It's too much of me. But we did have to learn especially now that we have Lola, who sometimes will howl in the middle of the night, to keep our bathrobes within easy reach. So if we have to go running out into the rest of the house, because there are kids. So.
Yeah.
Well, and that does make sense to have separate blankets, but we actually like to do skin to skin and be super close to one another, so. And too many blankets in the bed, and I will probably melt. Or spontaneously combust it. I just can't.
Yeah, Lynn, right? Travel, yeah. I remember back in the day when we used to be able to just move freely about.
When I was a young whippersnapper.
And yeah, I'm pretty much either a side or a back sleeper.
Same.
And what she'll tend to do is she'll get up in the small of my back.
While you're in the small of my back.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm clinging to the edge of the bed, wondering, how did I get here? What is my life? When will I get to starfish in the bed again? Well, I mean, we're both always on some level. I'm a nighttime person who
Hot box.
releases the gas, and you are a 24/7 person who releases the gas.
Yeah.
We just don't even notice anymore. The hardest part about this is we're saying this right now in context with a live chat, and I am just relaxed and can say whatever. A week from now, somebody is going to be watching this in the middle of the day and go, did Kayla really just say that? I did. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's...
Dutch oven, yeah.
I'm sorry, the 2 blankets, that's too much. I already can't find the right level of a blanket that's thick enough to keep me warm, but not too thick so that I start to just sweat. Like that blanket does not exist because a top sheet is too thin. So it'll keep me comfortable while there's a chill, but it's not enough, but it's not weighted enough. And a thick comforter is too fucking thick. We used to have a really pretty comforter on our bed. Now that shit had to go. I couldn't sleep under it.
Still that thing in the closet. I don't think it's been out in 2 years.
No. And the purple duvet kind of thing we have now is the best I could find, but one, it's not as pretty, and two, I'm still sweating a lot. I also need my own personal fan on my side of the bed, and I don't have one of those.
No.
So, hi CDC. Hi Sir Daddy Scarface.
Hello.
Yeah, I just am tired of being hot, and we're not even anywhere near summer yet. I hope you don't mind $10 million electric bills this summer when I crank that AC. I'll let icicles form in the bedroom. We were talking about today that it's fairly soon we're going to need to replace our mattress.
Yeah.
And I was like, I think it's time to replace the whole bed because the box spring is, it's old. It's older than my children. It's still serviceable. That's why we use it. But it's like, so we're thinking about like getting a bed that's like one of the better beds and that has some customization. Like you can have your side and I can have my side. And then
you did.
Right.
You went down that route.
I did. With you. You were there with me, so it's a we. And you said words at the same time.
I was driving. That doesn't count.
Nah, you were trapped. It's fine. But I just don't know if I can spend a few $1,000s on a bed. Yeah. Except I am desperate for a good night's sleep. Like, I mean, I don't know what part of my soul I would sell to which demon spawn. But for a good night's sleep, I'd do some shady shit. You do what you want for a Klondike bar. I will do some shady shit for a good night's sleep. Yeah. Oh, God, Mr. Spock, that sounds like heaven. Heaven. I just want to be cooler until I want to be warm again. And then I want to be able to cool back down. I am the Goldilocks of temperatures, okay?
Yeah.
I look forward to a day when I'm cold again. I actually enjoyed this winter, and I hate being cold. My toes get cold for too long, I cry. I still enjoyed it. So. So, Mr. Spock, I'm glad I know the context of what you said. What I read was I can easily have... I know it says have it just blow warm air on me, but what I read was have them just blow warm air on me. And I was like, that is a way to cut your electric bill in the winter.
Right.
Hi, Georgia Little.
I
So.
used to love my waterbed.
Fucking hate waterbeds.
I had a waterbed for years.
Don't
And-
like waterbeds.
Yeah, no, I loved it. And when my back went south, I could not sleep in one anymore. So, Sharon, that's my e-cig.
It's a very snazzy e-cig.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, CDC. Mister, you like to take notes? I'll take a note. Nectar.
All right.
We don't have room in our room for a California king, but we did contemplate a king.
Yeah. Night, Kelvin.
Night, Calvin. Yeah, right, Mr. Spock.
Exactly.
That couldn't be me, because I'm desperate for a night's sleep, so... My parents had a waterbed, and now this was back in the late 90s, early aughts. They said it was a waveless one. I'm sorry. I certainly was surfing a wave every time I tried to, like, be near it. And I watched my mother go, I hate this fucking waterbed. It was my dad, actually, because of his back problems, it was perfect for him. It took all of the pressure off of all of his joints, and he slept really well in it, but my mom was miserable. Oh, God.
Yeah. Well, my first waterbed was a full motion waterbed.
Oh, no. No.
Well, it was great. Just get rocked to sleep.
No. No. I wrote down purple too, y'all. I have heard of purple, but I've never looked into them. I mean, I'm intrigued based on the name, which we've got to work on how we react to things based on what they're named. So I am intrigued by a mattress company called Purple, because of course I would be.
Right.
Also, this one comes to me and goes, I know what our next vehicle needs to be. And thank God I saw a real one, because I was ready to tell you no. What car company is it? Is it Hyundai, Nissan?
I believe it was Hyundai.
Honda? Okay.
I have a car named Kona.
And he was like the coffee! And I was like the coffee. Now, they name it latte or something, or mocha. Yes, I will buy. Of course I would. Totally.
Kona is awesome coffee.
That's lovely. Thankfully, I mistook it for another car that I had seen that was hideous. I was like, oh, God. I was like, we're not getting that thing. It's ugly. And then I saw one and I went, oh, that's cute. We could buy that. We can't buy a car right now. But I was like, yeah, I would drive in the Kona. But yeah, you really can sell us on shit just with the name. You know? It's bad. It's so bad. Yeah, Maddie, you really can't have a waterbed with the cats. My mom did have to deal with a leak in their waterbed because the cats got on the bed.
Yeah.
And she was very cranky then, too, because she already didn't want to have the waterbed. And then it sprang a leak. She was, yeah, Silent that would do it. Purple Bricks would totally do it. Oh, whatever kind of bed will give me a perfect night's sleep and make it so I don't sweat through the fucking sheets. I'm here for it. So, so what y'all can't see, y'all see like normal view of the live stream. We have this really crazy blurry view. Like, again, we don't know, is it our monitor, is it our graphics card, is it something else in the computer? And so every time, I feel sneeze. Thank you. Every time you blow a puff, it's like the whole thing just gets muddy. Like, there's nothing that is in the view that we have that is sharp and crisp and clear, and then here comes this like nebulous cloud that also is blurry. So, oh my gosh, I think she likes her new.
I think she does
mat.
too. I think she does too.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so what we were talking about, Mr. Spock, was when we were out and about was the sleep number, and then I did the math. But is it worth the money? I mean, expensive, but is it worth it? Like, do you regret what you paid? Because, I kind of, like, if it works, then I'd pay the money. So, X, I know that's a term and a word, and sure, but that doesn't mean anything to me. But you could write down that note.
I am going to write that down, and he may have a very good point, and I didn't even think of that.
What is that? What does that word even mean?
It's a techie term.
See, and I've heard that too, Lena. Who was it? My aunt and uncle have the sleep number?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody in the family has a sleep number, and I think they're a house divided on that too.
I'll do that, X. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I really don't have any memory of a time I got a good night's sleep. There was a long stretch of time when I had some level of insomnia. Like, there was just no sleeping at night. And now I just don't stay asleep.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, I've known a few people who've got sleep number beds, and they absolutely love them.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's crazy expensive.
It's a lot of money, I know.
Excuse me.
Thank you, Silent Wing. See, X is like, here's what the codec means. And Silent Wing actually explained it to me. Thank you. I don't need to know how something works to, like, I don't have to get the details, but thank you. Now I know.
I mean, that's...
Yeah, that adjustment, because,
I mean, that's like, I know a lot of people swear by the memory foam mattresses.
Yeah.
And I tried one. It was I was in pain.
Oh,
from
like
being
pressure
in it.
points and stuff? Yeah.
I was just in absolute pain from it. Now, if it's a regular mattress, but it has a memory foam topper,
You do okay?
I do okay. But the full memory foam mattresses, don't get me near one of them.
Yeah, Mr. Spock, part of what we'd said is, I said, look, when we finally buy a new bed, we're going to invest, and I need it to be one I can actually, like, put my body on before I decide I'm going to buy it. I mean, we ended up, our top mattress that we do need to replace shortly, we got it from IKEA, and it was the very first time we had ever encountered a mattress that got delivered in vacuum sealed. And actually,
mattress.
Clearly mattresses have changed even in that time, because that came still in a big long roll, and now you can get them in a box that you can fit in the back seat of your car.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I see those at the store all the time. I mean, I'm not exactly like confident in the quality of the ones that can shrink down that small and then pop back out, but I was like, you could do that with a mattress? And we got lucky with that. And we did try it out at IKEA, but, but I'm like, I need to put my body on it before I pay any money for it.
Now, see, I have a memory foam pillow, and I love it. That I love.
You know what? The pillow we have is memory foam, and while it worked for me, it worked great, and now I despise it, which is why I was sad when we went to Bed Bath & Beyond, and the pillow that we wanted, they did not have in stock. So... It's okay, X. It's a balance. Like all of life. It's just a balancing act.
I knew what you meant.
That's all that matters. You're the one that had to know what it meant. I'm just nosy as fuck and just want to know. So... I have to get with my aunt and uncle on their sleep number bed experience. I don't know. It's going to be an investment.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of other things we got to invest in around here. I love being an adult. It's great. So, I need something to drink. I'll be right back.
Okay. You go get something to drink.
Okay.
I still have something to drink.
I know. You don't don't drink as fast as I do, or as much as I do.
Huh. I did not know that, CDC. I may have to look into that. I know back in the day, when I tried it, it was just like a huge pad of memory foam. And it did not agree well with me at all. And, very well may have changed at this time. So, I don't know. We'll see it. Well, we're not in any hurry right now. The one we have isn't horrible, but is starting to show its age a little bit. So it's going to be something on the horizon. So, bamboo pajamas. I know we looked at some bamboo pillows today. So, anywho. Okay. Oh, I heard the door open. Wow, that was quick.
I knew exactly what I want.
Okay,
it's
okay.
An iced tea.
Ah.
It's my fake iced tea latte. Okay, that's good to know about the bamboo stuff. I mean, it's sort of sucks, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I just feel like I'm at that point in life where I'm on the quest for how to sleep at night.
Okay, Goldilocks.
I probably have to. I think I'm in perimenopause. Hopefully the doctor I'm going to see in June can confirm that for me. And I know they can't really probably confirm it, but let me know.
Yeah.
I kind of hope I just can get through menopause. I mean, I remember my mom going through menopause, and she was like, I was so fucking hot. I just would stand in front of the refrigerator with the doors open and dare my husband to say a fucking word. Yes, ma'am. She didn't say fucking. That was my ad lib. She's not like that. She doesn't know how she had me either. But now she's through menopause, and she's like, oh, it's great. She's like, I'm actually cold most of the time. I'm like, I would like to be cold most of the time. So, but yeah, I just telling there are so many medicinal things that we probably can't get here. I've had several conversations with different OBGYNs over the years about different kind of hormonal things, and not one of them has ever been willing to test any of that on me. I'm not holding my breath this one will either.
Yeah.
Good to know, Path Girl.
Okay.
So. Yeah, it's just kind of weird. Just I'm going back to the doctor. Actually, I have a doctor's appointment on Monday with like a general practitioner, as if I'm going to have like a real,
Physical.
primary care physician.
Mm-hmm.
No, because here's the thing. They're going to do what every single primary care physician, even the ones I've really liked, have done before them. You're overweight, right? You should probably lose some weight. Here's what you should do to lose some weight. Yes, I know. Thank you for that, Captain Obvious. I hadn't noticed. Anything else? And then they'll probably do your blood pressure's actually fine, and your cholesterol's actually fine. So I'm going just to be a responsible adult again. No, it's the OBGYN I want to get to, because that's the lady that will change my IUD out.
Yeah.
I just hope I like her. Because I think she's the closest one in town that takes our insurance. If not, I have to do some traveling. So.
Which means I'm driving.
Probably.
Yeah.
I knew what you meant, Path Girl. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'd be curious as to what an IUS swap out could be. Sounds kinky, but... I've had a couple of really good doctors over time. I've been very fortunate. But yeah, they're not still my doctors, so it kind of sucks. I know, CDC. I don't push that hard. I mostly just want to get the fuck out of there. Because I'm kind of convinced I might have PCOS, but the only symptom that I have not had is infertility. The 2 kids came way too fucking easily. Mm-hmm. And so no doctor's ever been willing to go down that path with me. Because they're like, well, you don't want to have any more kids. You had your kids, so why bother? It's like, yeah, but all the other symptoms are kind of a pain in the fucking ass. Thanks. I mean, I've gone 10 years without a period because the preceding... 20 years of periods were excruciating. So, yeah.
Hello, and I'm glad you got it and you like it and have lots of fun with it.
And also, I'm so sorry. No. I do mean that for the canes, and apparently the evil sticks. How's my welt doing? Has it died down?
It's died down. It's just the ones.
That one hurts.
What, that?
Yeah.
That?
Yeah. Hurts? I'm a nice girl. Who lets you hit me on I almost said live TV. This is not TV. On the internet. I let you hit me on the internet.
Yeah.
See, Pal Girl, I sort of assumed that you, that did not have to be the only major symptom, but I can't get... Yeah, my nickname when I was in the process of having both boys was Fertile Myrtle. I mean, you just look at me cross-eyed, and I could have been pregnant. I mean, I'm kind of hoping everything's slowing down, and that it would be harder to get pregnant now if we were even... I'm glad we're not trying, but if we slipped and didn't cover everything up properly. But...
Yeah.
And yeah, also, I don't want to go down the path of, there are things I need to ask doctors about, but then they just want to do tests, and I just don't want to go to any of those appointments. I've lived with it for this long, I'm fine. Oh, God. Also, I think I might ask for them to sedate me to change my IUD out. That hurts so bad last time. Can you just hit me in the head before you go up in there with your tweezers?
You wanted me to go with you the first time.
I know, because the first one didn't bother me that bad. I was like, oh, that's fine. A lot changes in 5 years. Yeah, X, that's basically it. Yeah. For the 15-year-old, it was a cheap condom and it broke. He was a happy surprise. For the 11-year-old, everybody, including my doctors, were like, you're going to have to be off your birth control for a full 30 days before you can even think about maybe getting pregnant. At the 30-day mark of being off my birth control, I could already tell you I was pregnant. I was probably 3 or 4 weeks, but pregnant. Mm-hmm. I actually started showing and popping out and couldn't wear my pants at 6 weeks. And that was not weight gain that time. That time it was not weight gain. Yeah. My mom was like, damn, Fertile Myrtle, okay. I was like, I know. And the moment I had the 11-year-old, I was going to my doctor this is not allowed to happen again. I'm done. So what are we going to do about it? And she went, I got something for you. And I've been on Marina ever since. Yeah, Bath Girl, and they're all like, you'll experience discomfort. And I'm like, look, next time just like punch me in the cervix. It would be easier. Just ugh. Yeah, JB's offered to get a vasectomy, and I don't have a problem with that, but I don't want the periods at all. At all. We even talked about what if my Moreno was messing with my mental health, and I went, I'll be okay. I don't want the fucking periods. It's not even about pregnancy at that point. I back in the day, 7 to 9 days long. Whatever amount of time it was going to be, 7 or 9 days. 2/3 of that, if not a little bit longer, was full on heavy. How was I still standing up and had blood in my body? It was awful. It was awful. I got my first period when I was 9. I got a Moreno when I was 30. 21 years of that. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. You know, the epidural, when I got an epidural, I was okay. Karina. Yeah. Well, Silent Winged, I could, but unless there's a medical reason for getting it cut out, the insurance company's gonna make me pay for the whole fucking thing. And so that's probably more, which quite frankly, with our deductible, I'd probably still be paying for the whole fucking thing. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder how many people we ran off with period talk.
I know, right?
For those who are squeamish about like body fluids and blood, I do apologize. If you're squeamish about the idea of periods, I'm not sorry that we talked about them. I'm not. We're all adults here, or we damn well better all be adults here. Actually, the one thing I did tell both boys, I said, I actually kind of did y'all a disservice by never, the 15-year-old has no living memory of me ever having a period around him because I stopped having them when he was like 4 or 5. And he was too young to have, would never been paying attention to that point. I said, so y'all have no concept of how this works if you're going to have women in your like close personal life. I said, here's how you do this. You always have tampons and or pads in your apartment, home, abode, wherever you live, just in case. You never blame anything on a woman PMSing. Fuck that shit. And just be nice. If somebody's on their period, just be nice to them and say, what do you need? And then you give them that. And if what they need is for you to shut your face, you shut your face. The 15-year-old went, okay. I'm just imparting life wisdom here because you didn't get to grow up with this experience.
Yeah.
Green, I like that. Yeah. I kind of worry since I've gone 10 years with no periods. I don't have 10 years of history to go, this is how bad they are. Can we do something? And I just, I can't imagine paying for that totally out of pocket and not having an insurance cover any of it. I don't know. New doctor, might be a different type of person. I went through several years there where they were, I kept moving from one office to another because I was not happy. I wasn't upset, it wasn't bad care. It just wasn't as good as the doctor who delivered the 11-year-old. She was fucking amazing. She was always startled that I would crack an inappropriate joke. But I feel like if you are nose to labia with me, we can have a moment of humor. I don't know. Ow, 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 ow. 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 Yeah. I just want to reiterate, I'm a nice person who doesn't do anything to deserve mean things happening to her on camera. But also, I'm a businesswoman who, if this sells an evil stick or two, I'm not going to be mad about it. Okay. I got to learn how to embrace the side of me that has no fucks to give.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to be. Look, I think more people should try to be nice to one another, but I twist myself inside out trying to be nice and not offend anybody. I know I do. Sometimes I wish I was a little less like that. That I was more ranty more often. I mean, I think you don't want that. Not at you. I don't want to rant at you.
Okay.
But I want to rant about things more often than I do. I mean, unless I ask for it silently, don't help me, okay?
Right, X. I'll be checking that in the morning to see how that progress.
I'm also not gonna lie. I am grateful every day that I've got 2 boys, and there are no periods in this house. But I will scoff at anybody who says boys are somehow not as emotional as girls are. Fuck that shit too. People have emotions, and these people have emotions. Okay, and we've been going through it for the past 15 years with these emotions. I can't keep up with them.
Well, you keep playing with that sleeve, so it's kind of hard not to.
I know, because I'm like, you know what? Here's the thing. When I touch it, there's a little bit of pain, and it's that nice reminder of like, oh, it's a little bit of pain. But when you touch it, it's to hurt it. I touch differently. I touch nicely.
I touch nicely too.
No, I don't think so. Well, yes, I agree with that. I do agree with that. And sadly, I've known a lot of those men in my life. And this one cries at YouTube documentaries. It's about musicians who lived. I mean, it's okay. I might tease you because my Scorpio bitch self is like, why are we crying? But the part of me that could be like a mom to boys and want them to show their emotions and not be toxic also goes, my heart. I'm married to a man who'll cry. Also, why the fuck is he crying? Look. 2 things can be true at the same time. It's called nuance. Just we're all complicated people. I too am a complicated person. I can admire the fact that you can show your emotion and also roll my eyes and go, why is everybody in this house but me crying right now? That one's crying over there, and that one's crying over there, and he's watching YouTube and crying, and I just don't know what's going on. Oh, God.
Yeah, Andre, you just, the one side, and then you flip real quick, and the other side.
Well, somebody sitting next to me showed me a picture of basically just a bunch of puppies in one human being's lap.
9 pibble puppies.
Oh my God. I almost teared up. I almost went, sure, we can foster. And I stopped myself. Because I kind of felt like that's what somebody who showed me that picture was waiting for me to say. In a moment of weakness.
Mm-hmm.
Our day will come. Today is not that day.
Yeah. The local rescue where we got Lola from, they just took in 9 8-week-old pibble pups.
Little furry jelly beans. I want to kiss them all, and I want to love them all. And then I want somebody else to clean up all that shit. No. Hi, little plant eater.
Hello, welcome.
God, no. The one place I'm not going fucking back to is
high
school.
No, me either.
Oh, God.
Me neither.
I mean, I had some good times. There were some good memories. At the time, there were some decent friends, but no, still not going back. Still not going back.
Nope. Even if I knew what I know now, wouldn't do it.
Oh, God, yeah, X. There were definitely plenty of times to cry in Frozen. I still cry in Frozen.
Yeah.
Oh, no, Silent Wing. I'm going to skip those movies. Explosions, I don't mind. Gore, no. I think I spent all of the Deadpool so far like this. Yeah, that was funny. Oh, God. Oh, God. Yeah, no. Pacifist P, that is true.
Yes. Jelly bean snuggler.
But again, I need somebody else to be the one cleaning up a mess. I just want to snuggle with them. And it's sort of like babies, and then I want to hand them back. So. Maddie, yeah, I think there were times in high school I felt that way. I was like, I've never wanted a ton of friends. I don't know if you've noticed, I don't really like people on that level. But I had 2 or 3 close enough that I was like, okay, I'm good. And I had a better attitude of fuck what other people think in high school than I do now. There's something wrong there. For me, I think the thing that helped me, I was in band. I was a band kid, and we were a tight group. Even when I moved schools, they took them a few weeks, but they embraced me and we were a tight group. So even if they weren't your like close friends, you were never alone if you could find another band kid. And that's what I'm hoping happens for the kids. The 11-year-old says he wants to try band in middle school, and I'm like, please find your people there. Whoever your people are, you only need like 1, maybe 2 people to have your people. Just find your people.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. I'm thinking back to high school, and I remember all the cliques, and I remember flitting from one to the other, not being close to any one clique other than the band kids. Like, I was always in the band room. But yeah, the popular kids, they were fake nice to me, and I was fake nice to them back. We both knew everybody was talking bad about each other behind their backs, but they wanted me to be on their projects. I was like, no, I don't want to work with you. And then the kids that would have been called kind of the grunge alternative, they were always playing hacky sack kind of kids. It's usually who I hung out with. We all felt like outcasts. I don't think we really were, though. And then there's always the country kids. And the country kids were sometimes the same as the sports kids and sometimes not. Sometimes they were the 4-H kids. Trying to think. Yeah, it's like there's like 3 or 4 main groups, and I was just like, I'll go sit in the band room. If you want me, you can find me. So, but I didn't keep up with any of them. Not a one. After high school, got the hell out of there. Went to college. Got the hell out of college. Didn't keep up with anybody from college, including people who were in my wedding, my first wedding. I really suck at that. And I really cared about those people at the time, but it was like out of sight, out of mind. I feel like there's something wrong with me. Yeah, Path Girl was in the AP and honor classes, and I tended to see a lot of the same kids move but I wasn't friends with most of them. There was this really weird divide in all of those classes my senior year. Like, that half of the classroom was football players, basketball players, cheerleaders, popular kids, some with money mostly. And then the rest of us were on this half of the classroom. We were not that group over there. I don't know who we were, but we just weren't. But it was mostly like band kids and then people adjacent to the band kids because they were friends with the band kids. So we just all talked shit about one another is what I remember. So I mostly just wanted to like I don't know, read my book, do my thing.
I was the
Don't
bad
fuck
kid.
with me. You were. I believe that about you. You've told me some of the shit you did in your 20s. Well, that had to start somewhere. You didn't wake up on your 21st birthday and go, ha, today I shall do the deviant things. You were deviant from way back, which means I either would have been wildly attracted to you or I'd have been like, oh, get the fuck away from me. Your ass is going to jail. No, we're not fucking with that. I would have been one of two ways. I'd either, like, wanted to fuck you so bad, or I would have run screaming in the other direction. Because that's how... So, I mean, you sound like my 15-year-old. He is an honor student, but he could be an AP student, and that is why he's not an AP student. He's like, fuck it, I don't want to... It's pointless busy work. I don't want to do it. So... What was your high school like? Yeah, you were a bad kid, so tell us the things you're legally allowed to tell us without incriminating yourself. Some of the stories he's told me, I just sit up in bed and go, how are you not in jail right now?
That's why I don't talk about it too much. I don't know if the statute of limitations are up.
Y'all, we should probably look that up one day just to be sure. Anyway, the things you could without incriminating yourself. How were you one of the bad kids? What were you doing? Besides smoking in the boys' room,
It's
we
still
know.
considered illegal in this day and age. and yes, I lived in a commune for a while.
You were so hippy-dippy already, I knew that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I don't go to the reunions. Oh, God, what? Yeah, oh, God, it would be... This should be my 23rd high school reunion? I don't go to the reunions. Fuck that shit.
Yeah, no, I haven't been to any of my reunions either, and no desire to.
Yeah, Michelle, God. See, I was the overachiever at X and something. I was like, oh, we have a project. Can I do extra credit? Is there more I can do? I was the overachiever. Oh my God, yeah, Dustin, in a class of that many people. See, I graduated in a class of 110. We all knew who the fuck the others were. I did not want to go hang out with them again, thanks.
There were 90 kids in my graduating class.
Mm-hmm.
Small school.
Mm-hmm. The 15-year-olds graduating class, no, it won't be that big, but it'll be like 600 or 700. That's big to me.
Yeah.
I mean, they took over a massive, like, building to do a graduation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, some of the high schools in Tampa Bay, they used the sports stadiums for graduation.
No, thank you. Oh no, X! If I could get bonus points and it could be 102%, why wouldn't we? I also only slept like 3 hours a night. I was one of those kids that did hours and hours of homework. I was also a teacher's pet. I'm sure there was a reason I was tolerated. Oh my gosh. Oh God. Yeah, Dustin. Sadly, I can so believe that. I'm pretty sure it's probably still like that.
Yep.
No, I was thrown when we found out the high school that the 15-year-old goes to at the time had 20 did it have 2,500 students or was it 2,300? Still a lot of fucking people. And the middle school here have 1,000. I was like, oh my God. But I keep trying to be optimistic and go, okay, 1,000 other children with my baby. I don't need 999 of them to like him. I just one or two is fine.
I don't know how I did it, but with all the shit I was into as a kid, I got all my high school credits early.
Damn.
And left school early.
Yeah. Well.
And in New York State, I don't know if they still do it, they had what they called regents classes. I guess they basically be considered honors.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I graduated. Most of the classes I took were regents classes. So.
And you were still a bad boy.
Yeah. Yep.
X, you sound like the 15-year-old. And the only class where that's not working in his favor is his Spanish class. I almost had to go toe-to-toe with a teacher, and I'm not that kind of parent. Like, if a teacher says your kid was a little shit, I usually go, yeah, I know. I'm sorry. They rarely say that, but when they do, I'm like, yeah, they were. This time I'm like emailing the teacher going, excuse me, you've said this and that and this and that, and I'm trying to figure out how that is possible if you are actually teaching the class. Except I didn't say that. I was professional and nice, but that was my meaning. Like, how does a student who you have marked in class every single day except for 2 days that I know for a fact I kept him out of school, how does he miss a test if you were the one conducting said test? You know, I haven't gotten an email back.
I know.
Because you can't defend that shit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to. I'm annoyed by that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I'm not, well.
It's the place where his method of do it at the last minute, as X was describing, is failing him.
Yeah. Yep.
So he's got straight A's in every class but that one. But he's going to do, we think he's going to do dual enrollment next year. So his core class, some of his core classes will be college classes.
Yeah.
And he'll get some of those out of the way for free. So.
Yep.
Oh my God, Mark. Oh my God. Yeah, once they're like rezoning and they're starting to, there's going to be a lot of kids.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Christy, I didn't work till my senior year. So before that, I did band, which was marching band and the concert band, so lots of practices. Honors and AP classes, and then I was in all the clubs because you needed that to get into college. And then I didn't pick a college that would have been a free ride because apparently I'm not that bright. But once I got a job, then I just added a job on top of it. But I never had to do a full-time job. Like, I can't imagine what that must have been like. But I did stay busy, and I was only sleeping 3 hours a night. Now I'm like, how the fuck did I? But I did that in college, too. Yeah. I did not do that in college because I was doing all of the school things. I did my classes I had to take, and then I worked. And now in college, I would work 2 to 3 jobs at a time to like do whatever we needed to do. But in college, that is when I learned that you can write the 10-page paper the night before it's due. And this was back when we still turned them in on printed out on paper. We didn't email them or turn them in online. So it would be 2 a.m. and I'd be the only light in the dorm room was the glow of my computer screen, and I'm typing a paper.
You had it so easy. You had to write those bitches out.
You were too busy being a bad boy.
Oh, yeah.
I did too. And if I'd gone to a state school, I wouldn't have paid a fucking dime. Went to a private college, and I'm still, how long ago did I graduate? Almost 20 years ago, still paying on those student loans.
Night, Eva.
Night, Eva. So yeah, that was not my smartest decision. So, that does inform how I talk to the 15-year-old about college. I'm like, look, I think you probably should go to college for the things you say you want to do, but we are not getting you into a ridiculous amount of debt to do it.
Yeah, I know.
So. Whew, Mark, yeah, you're definitely growing. 20 new schools. Those will be beautiful schools, though.
Right.
Yeah, I would be closer to actually paying off the student loans, but I used every forbearance and deferment I could get. They almost went into default. I got them back out of default. Thank God, a few years ago. Every so often. Yeah, X, that was basically me. Slightly different numbers, but yeah. The ironic thing is my $15,000 in student loans is now, after several years of paying towards them, $30,000 that I owe. I love how that works. Yeah. But if I had just gone to a state school, I would have had a full ride. Everything I did to get into college and to look good on the application, yeah, I'd have had a full ride. Dumbass. I was such a dumbass. So, sometimes, though, here's the scary things. Because you know how much I love psychology and blah. Sometimes I'm like, should I go back to school and do online? Of course, I'm not going into a classroom. Should I go back to school and do online? And I'm like, how the fuck would you pay for it? To get more student loans? No! And also, when the fuck would I have time? I would not. Plus, if I went for another bachelor's, I don't know what the other bachelor's would even be, and I have a bachelor's in psychology, and that's what I'm interested in. Because I went to a private college, most of those credits probably wouldn't transfer, and I'd have to take everything from scratch. I'm sure they do, X. I'm sure they do. Our system is, as in all things, kind of jacked up. But, and then of course I think if I went to get my master's, you don't get, my understanding is unless something's changed, because it's been 20 fucking years, you don't get grants, you don't get, like, you pay. I think you can get some grants for master's, but it's not like going to get your bachelor's and going to get a 4-year degree. And super expensive. Yeah, X, no. You get, I think you get a few months after graduation before you have to start paying, and they definitely accrue interest.
That's
definitely accrue interest.
That's a good way of putting it, Dustin.
Yes. Yes, they are.
Yeah.
Yes, and I did not consent to that. Actually, at the age of, 18, when you think you know so much, I did consent to that, but it was not informed consent.
Yeah.
So. That's, yeah, I love psychology too. And I don't, in my senior year of college, my favorite psychology professor, we're sitting around, it's all the seniors graduating that year, and we're sitting around like our last class with her. She goes, so, you're at a point, you got to think, are you going to go get your master's? What are you going to do with your psychology degree? Let's think about the different demographics and groups you could work with. And every single one she listed, I went, no, I had a reason why I didn't want to work with any of them. She was like, so what exactly do you want to do with your psychology degree? And I was like, I don't know. But I really enjoyed the last 4 years. Thanks. She actually was very sad for me that I did not go to get my master's, because she was like, but you're really good at this, and you get the concepts, and I think you'd be great if you could figure out what you want to do. I was like, yeah, I just want to be a married lady. My dad had just died, though, so, I was in no mental space to be doing all of that. That was a crazy time, so. But she was really sad for me. I was like, I can do it later, and she gave me that knowing look. I mean, technically, yes, people do all the time. They go back to school and they do it later, but that knowing look of...
Later never comes, yeah.
Exactly. Oh, yep. Yes, the optimism of a 22-year-old. So... I like the trying to understand and figure out the why of things. I mean, it does. There's some shitty things that happen, and they can't be. There have to be consequences for the shitty things that happen. But it's like, but why did that happen? And what was somebody thinking? And what were they feeling? And what? And why? And how? And who? I always have questions, and I just want to know. But I must love psychology, because the semester I spent cutting into sheep's brains, and the semester I spent doing behavioral statistics did not scare me off. 2 things that I despise. And I did it, and I barely pulled a good grade, but I fucking did it. So I must have loved psychology. So. X. You know what? That actually, if I had known that was an option. Yeah, Mr. Spock, I never wanted to... very late in college, I added an English minor, and I should have just double majored in it, but I didn't want to add the extra graduation requirement. Because what I loved was reading and writing and thinking about and blah, 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 blah. But yeah. Yeah, Silent Wing, there is a class, a neuropsychology class, and we had to dissect sheep's brains and look at the different parts of the brain. I hated every second of the class.
Hello, and thank you, Adriana.
I hated every second of that class. You know, I really enjoyed the college experience. If I had known what kind of debt and how I would not use that psychology degree, except in very limited, not useful ways in a podcast 20 years later, I might have rethought it, but I really did enjoy the college experience. It's kind of why I don't want the kids to go into, crippling debt for a degree that might not do anything for them. But based on the things the 15-year-old says he wants to do, I'm trying to encourage him to go to college and try and do it in a fiscally smart way.
Responsible way, yeah.
I don't even like to say responsible, because we all thought student loans were the responsible way to do it.
I know.
We all got shafted. But I also am not going to force him to go to college, because it doesn't, no. So, but yeah. Oh, I avoided the social aspect. I didn't do any of that. I think I had part of the freedom, because I lived on a campus and I wasn't at home, while still having sort of the guardrails, because there was like a residential blah, blah, blah. And, I'd always had several roommates. Until I moved out at 21, I always had 5 other roommates, which there were semesters that was hell. Pure fucking hell, but...
See, I didn't go to college till I was in my 30s.
Do you think that was good for you, or do you wish you had gone when you were younger?
If I had gone when I was younger, I was of 2 minds with it. Mm-hmm. When I did go, I was like, wow, I wish I had done this when I was younger. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, the younger me, I would have...
You wouldn't have appreciated it.
I wouldn't have appreciated it. And at the time I did go, I just dove in, and I loved every minute of it.
Mm-hmm. I know part of why I loved it so much was I loved school. I loved going to school. I liked achieving at school. Learning, sometimes. Achieving, getting the good grade, getting the praise, whatever. Loved it. And college was just on a different level, because you didn't really get a lot of praise. And you didn't always get a good grade. Yeah. But it was at least interesting. But I've always loved school, and I used to say that if I had like serious access to money, I could have seen myself being a professional student and just staying in college forever, because there was always something new and interesting to learn, and there were always interesting classes. Like right as I was graduating, they were adding some classes that we were a small private school. There were like 500 kids on campus, maybe 700. And there were some classes that they only offered every other year, and they were fascinating. I was like, I want to take that class. Oh, I've got to write 10 papers, fine, but I want to take that class. And so, but I never had any direction with like the major. I just wanted to take what was interesting to me. I couldn't fathom a specific career path that I knew I wasn't going to do medicine. I'm definitely not going to be an attorney. Like none of those. I didn't take any business classes, because the time. I thought I was never going to do anything with business. You know, the only reason I didn't take communications classes is because there was a required public speaking class. You couldn't get out of that one, and I went, I am not doing public speaking. I am not doing public speaking. So, and I could have, you know, a communications degree might have, like, done me some good, but I don't know. But now, knowing what I know now, I wouldn't go back to school because I couldn't devote that kind of time to it. And then it would just be a stressful thing. I mean, unless, you know, one of us wins like a major lottery prize or something and we're independently wealthy. But I've heard a rumor that to win the lottery, you have to play it. So.
Yeah, that's true. You do have to play it to win. Well, it's like it was funny. When I did my English comp class, you know, you have through the entire course you have to write X number of words.
Okay.
The first assignment that the teacher gave us was an open assignment. You could write about anything you want.
Oh wow.
And you know, in the syllabus, then there were different things. I got so long-winded in my first assignment, I just about completed the course.
I believe that. I've read your writing. I believe that.
But that made it great for the rest
Sure.
of it, because the stuff that I didn't like to write about, I just had to do a short little number and boom, bam, it was done.
So the one thing I will say, if anybody is thinking as an adult, would I ever go back to school? The most interesting, and I mean interesting in a good way, students I ever was in a class with as a college student were those who were older, who had come back. In my graduation class for the psychology major, there was a woman who had gone through divorce, kicked the jackass husband to the curb, was reinventing herself. I think she had raised her kid, like was at a point where she could kind of do what the fuck she wanted. And she came to school to get her psychology degree. I think she was planning on doing something with it, like actually taking it somewhere. And I don't know how she did not just stand up in every class and tell us 20-year-olds who thought we knew shit to sit down and shut up. But she brought a wisdom and a no nonsense and she knew she had a kid who was our age. Like she just, oh my, and she did great. Like I don't know what, I never got close to her, so I don't know, like, was she still working full time and doing this? Was she at a point where, you know, but yeah. And her insights were, I hope some of the other 20-year-olds were paying attention. Like I was trying to pay attention. Sometimes, you know, us old people can come across like know-it-alls, and she did. But now I like understand. But no, I think, yeah, if I had the freedom, the financial freedom and the time freedom to go back, I would go back just to go back. I love school. You want me to read this story and tell you why the author used the color blue in the curtains? Baby, I can give you 1,000 words of bullshit about why and the symbolism and what it meant. I was good at that shit. I think that was preparing me to just come up with shit in my head and say it out loud. I don't know how, but
yeah, she's zonked out.
Oh God, she's ready for bed. She wishes we would go to bed.
She is stretched out in her crate, and she's sawing wood. She's got about a cord stacked up there now.
Now, what's funny is I do have the whole take what you want to take at college, as long as you're not, you know, getting into ridiculous amounts of debt. Like, let's be smart about it. And then there's that part of me, I get why parents push their kids into careers, because I'm looking at the boys going, okay, I want you to just pick a career that you can actually, like, maybe we can pretend there's job security there.
Yeah.
What is it you want to do? What's in high demand? Would you like to be in the healthcare field? and I'm not pushing them into anything. I want them to figure themselves out. Good night. But I get why parents do that now. Like the need the fear that they won't have security. Except none of us have security. It's all fake.
Yeah. You know, Rara, I'm kind of like you. I wouldn't want to go back at this point. I think I would if I could like nitpick particular classes. You know, if I could, you know, yeah, I'm interested in this particular class. I'd like to take that. You know, but
and some colleges let you do that for adult learners.
You do they?
I mean, and we have those CF is like that here in town. They're like community. I don't think they're called community colleges anymore, but the equivalent of a community college. They usually, most of them will have adult learner options, and you can take specific classes. There's also and we are close to Gainesville, so we're close to University of Florida. There used to be a thing where you could audit a class. You weren't getting college credit, but you could go and
get the information.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I can see me that sometimes I'm like, will I ever retire, and what will I do when I retire? I will audit all the fucking classes at UF. I'll be in all those fucking psychology classes.
Right?
Let's fucking talk about the human mind and why we do what we do. So yeah, I'm a writer with no formal writing training. Michelle, I was 34 before I figured out what I wanted to do. And I'm mostly self-taught, so, especially with writing. Mr. Spock, I would imagine that is the thing I do. I try to tell myself, it's like, it's not going to be the way you remember it. Because, you know, think about it, especially if you did kind of go continuously from like small child through college with little to no break, you know, it was just a transition. It was just your life. 20 years out of school, I'm not sure I could handle a sanctimonious teacher at this point. I'd be like, I've got opinions now. And a couple fewer fucks to give. Same, Maddie. I kind of give up after a while. So. You know, yeah, the phlebotomy and epidural dead things, yeah. I mean, there just really are certain things that, yeah, you'll probably be fine. It's hard. The 15-year-old wants to be a maker and make his own things and find a career path that way. And as somebody who's doing that too, I can't tell him that that's wrong. I do tell him the reality. Like, this thing you want to do, if you find success with it at all, count on 10 years minimum.
It's not an easy path.
No. But none of it really is. I mean, how many shit jobs did we work before we found the thing we wanted to do? That wasn't exactly an easy path.
No.
Because the shit jobs usually didn't pay very well. So sometimes you were working multiple shit jobs at the same time. And you were unhappy in your work. Like,
yeah.
I mean, I still remember the first day I was actually happy with what I was doing as a professional. I was like, am I allowed to be this happy with the work I'm doing? Is that even... Is that okay? Can you do that? Like,
yeah.
So.
Yeah. Yeah.
It would help if both boys weren't so squeamish. I just think it's all hard. It's just all hard in different ways. And it's like, pick your hard, which hard can you live with? I truly thought I was going to be kind of old fashioned at this point. And I was going to find a job or a type of job and stick with it forever. And then, and I did not. I thought I was going to stay in retail because I understood retail, even though I hated it. I did not. I thought I wanted to be a manager. No. Thought I did. Tried it. No. Just don't want to be a manager now. Happy to be an owner. Don't want to be a manager. But. The one thing I have learned, and I'm not good at it, but I have learned it, is we don't have to turn everything we really like or want to learn or are interested in into a job. I have to remind myself of this when I find something. Like, you don't have to monetize everything you do. I have learned that I have to have some things that I like to do just for me.
Yeah.
I don't really, I only have one thing out of all the things I do that have no monetization plans behind them. So I'm a work in progress. Do as I say, not as I do. But so oh, you finally wrote that note down yourself.
I remember the name that. Well, yeah.
Look at us, we made it to just past midnight.
Wow.
You know, weirdly.
And the internet's still alive and kicking.
I know. So, see, because I don't know how to read a calendar. My favorite job that was not career path job, it was actually college. I did a lot of shit in college. I was a telemarketer in college. I called people on behalf of insurance companies, mortgage companies, and the NRA. I've been cussed out in many ways. But my favorite job that was actually retail was at the college bookstore. I was in fucking heaven. To the point that they made me an unofficial manager. Unofficial because a student couldn't have that job title. But I had keys. And my favorite part of it was dealing with the books, packing the books in boxes to go back, unpack. My least favorite part was having to tell a student who'd spent $200 on a book that they were not getting any money back for it. That sucked. But yeah, like I was like, let me do the paperwork. I'm happy to do the payroll. You want me to deal with payroll and hours? I was like, okay. Oh, you need me to go clean off these books so we can send them back to the publisher? Okay. I love that job. But you know what? Part of it was a really small store with like 4 people who worked there, and we all actually got along. And I got to be around textbooks all day long. Loved that job. I worked, before it was AT&T and it was Singular, I worked in a cell phone provider, Singular, and then AT&T call center, taking customer service calls. I've done that job too.
I worked for a while at a call center doing tech support.
I won't say that I had it worse, you had it worse. I think both are their own rings of hell.
Yeah.
Customer service calls. I
saw what they put up with on the phones, and it was not pretty.
No, call center jobs. Oh my god, the telemarketer one was weirdly. It was tough because it's tough to be cussed out by total strangers when you're like, how old was I, 20 at the time? I was 21. But I handled the being cussed out part better. I actually prayed people would just not answer the phone. The hard part was making the pitch because you had to read the script and say the thing. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
When we did the campaign for the NRA to sell memberships, the really hard part for this liberal college girl was when a few times we called people and the names that we had and the people I was asking for were children. They'd gone to like a show with like maybe a gun show or something like that with like a parent and gotten their name on a list somehow. Oh my God, that was bad. Those were days. But the only job I ever quit without notice was the call center job for the cell phone. I mean, I still have clear memories of explaining to a man, yes, your cell phone bill can be that many thousands of dollars, and yes, your teenage child can send that many text messages in a month, because this was before unlimited things like unlimited text. 10 cents per text, baby, and yeah, your kid's sending 2,000 or 3,000 texts a day.
Yeah.
Sorry, but I can sell you this $4.99 plan for next month. Oh my God. So, I remember when I did the telemarketer job, called, I don't even remember which campaign it was, couldn't tell you. Called, somebody picked up the phone, they let me do my spiel, and then I could hear them. They set down the phone and walked away. Problem was, the job said you weren't allowed to disconnect the call. The customer had to disconnect the call.
Oh.
I had to get, I'm not stupid. I was like, oh, we're going to enjoy this few moments of freedom. I don't have to make another call, except you had a quota. You had to make so many calls a night. And after several minutes, I finally got a manager to come over and like give me official permission to be able to disconnect the call. Because yes, there's bureaucracy even in telemarketing.
Yeah.
Night, Lynn.
Night. Be right back.
My mom's dream job used to be owning a bookstore, and I've told her since she retired, I'm like, if you ever open a bookstore, I will do your marketing for free as long as you pay me in books. Like, just let me come to your store and like pick out books. Oh my gosh, X. Yeah. Oh, thankfully we didn't have that. If I'd had to call some of those people back, I did. I loved the nights when it felt like nobody was ever going to answer the phone though, like because it was that auto dialer kind of thing that telemarketing does. I wasn't dialing anything, and so you couldn't even hear it all ringing and whatever. It was all in the background, and you just knew you had a new call when your screen changed with who you were talking to and how the script was supposed to go. Oh, those are great nights. Not a single call went through. Sharon, he has gone off somewhere. I'm not quite sure where he is. Oh, I think after, because retail was my life for a long time, so I always thought in terms of bookstore, but I think I would have loved to work at a library. I would have loved to have worked at a library. Like, I was well out of college before I learned that a degree in to be a librarian, whatever the degree itself, the program's called, was a thing. And I was like, wait, I could have studied that? I could have done that and worked in a library? But at my the college I went to, they had a super old library, and so they would have like modern stuff. And of course, when I was there, pre things being mostly on the computer, it was still the paper card catalogs and stuff. But they had sections of the library where the books were 100+ years old, and that smell knock you down. I don't think, because it was a small school, so I don't think they had an elaborate enough system where there were books that had to be handled in special ways. But I did write a psychology paper with references that had come from like 1890 and 1905. I was like, is this information even still accurate? Probably not. So. Following the whir in our background, I think that's our fan. Oh God, Mr. Spock, I can't. Oh, I wouldn't want the job of calling folks with contact tracing and about COVID. I don't answer calls from people I don't know anyway, but when I had to call the health department back after we had some contact tracing done with us because of the 15-year-old, I was very conscious of the fact that can't be an easy job, and I was trying to be really polite. Christina, yeah. I saw how some of our sales increased around when the first stimulus payments are coming through this last time. Yeah, I believe that. I believe that people are doing that, and I don't blame them. Mr. Spock, yeah. And the level of misinformation and misunderstanding and... I mean, Halloween, couldn't you just tell your mom you had a retail job? At a boutique? That she wasn't allowed to go to? Which, maybe she would want to go to, you never know. Yeah, sex toy for sanity. Hell, self-care, shit. Did you go get a snack? Did you just swallow? I didn't ask to check your mouth. But I just want to know why you didn't bring me in. I haven't closed my log down for the day in my my food app. I can still have some.
No, you're starting a new day now.
Not according to my app.
No, I just did a walkthrough, checked and made sure everybody was...
Make sure the fur babies are good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, can't compare nosiness. My aunt is pretty nosy, and when it's what we do kind of started coming out in the family and we were being a little bit more open, my aunt was like, I'd really like to know about like what your blog name is and what's out there. And I'm like, you need to think long and hard about what you're asking for. I said, because once you know, There's can't unknow.
There's no going back.
I said, and I was at a point at that point because now my mom knew, my stepdad had been showing her stuff online that she didn't want to see. She was happy to live in ignorance because my mom's not nosy like that, but my aunt is super nosy. And I said, let me just explain it to you. I'll tell you, I have no fucks to give, but you get to live with that knowledge, and I'm not ashamed of it. And, I think she must have, seriously thought about it. And she went, I don't need to know. It's fine. It's fine. I don't need to know. I think I still ended up telling her eventually, but yeah, that's where I'm at with super nosy people now. I'm like, okay, I'll tell you, but
once you know, there's no going back.
You only have yourself to blame if I tell you this information. Yeah, so that part, I can't imagine.
Yeah. Well, you've got to be kidding.
What? Oh my god, the computer wants to do more updates? Yeah, V, I don't engage with those people either.
No.
I'm at a point in my life that's like, But, outside of this online space, first of all, I don't talk to people outside of this online space, but I don't talk about those things anyway, so I don't have to worry about that kind of opportunity. Yeah, sometimes I kind of am grateful that I have I don't know, it's unhealthy, but what I would call a strange ability to not connect to too many people, in person. I have, a couple of people, and I'm happy, because when people get judgmental, I guess maybe because I was lucky. If my mom had been judgmental, that would have broken my heart, because I'm very close to my mother. She was not judgmental, and it was the people that I don't care about their opinion who were. And so it was simple for me to kind of go, I don't give a shit about your opinion. And I think it is different when it's somebody whose opinion you care about.
Yeah.
And the people whose opinion I care about the most, they continued to be the people I knew them to be, which was,
Yep.
So my attitude is, if they don't like it, fuck them, but I know that's way easier to say than it is to experience. But yes, Northern Star, I think it is. So, but it's after midnight.
It is. We probably should call it a night.
I know. We had a long day today.
Yeah.
And we have to go be band parents tomorrow.
Yeah.
I feel like I should wear my big loud band mom shirt and carry some sparklers or something.
Cowbell.
So that everybody knows I'm with that kid playing the trumpet right there. He'll love it.
I'll make a sign that we can hold up. We're with...
Oh, and we have to get the... because, it's public space and it's a city and it's 2021.
Yeah.
We have to get the lighter app on our phone, and while they're playing, we just hold it up. Yeah, he'll love that. He won't mind. He'll love that. Or we'll be disowned. They'll never speak to us again.
And the downside to that is...
Sometimes we need him to speak to us, okay? You do want this child to move out eventually, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah. Yeah, we've now talked for almost 3 hours. My throat hurts. And you were tired before we started.
Yeah.
So.
And I have work to do tomorrow.
I was just thinking, do I? No.
No, you don't. But I do.
I know. I have what was it? Oh, we talked about getting personalized of shirts for band stuff and having it say his name and then mom and dad like on the back.
Yeah.
And then like a screen print of his face right on the front. We're like, that's our boy. Whoa! Yeah. Yeah. I said, we'll start the wave. One of your contents.
Yeah.
He was like, shut up. I'm like, no, I'm enjoying this way too much. Now I know why my parents tortured me with threats of embarrassing behavior. So, yeah, Path Girl, I do. I say the same thing to them. I'm like, no. After what you put me through, this is what I get. Okay. I said, you'll be doing it yourself if you have kids. It's fine. It's time-honored tradition. So, actually, no, I don't. As much as I loved band as a kid, I don't want to be a band mom. Like, oh God, no. And he's very happy I don't want to be a band mom. And I haven't had any good experiences with the band moms yet. So, I tend to steer clear. I just want to sit in a little corner, listen to my kid as part of the band. I always cry. Every time. Even at marching band competitions. Yep. I don't weep. I mean, I just tear up where nobody can tell. But I don't want to actually talk to anybody or be involved. So I would not make a big spectacle.
Yeah.
So,
Good night. Silent Wing, the only way I know what day of the week it is gauging which Amazon order is coming.
I know. And I feel like there's some ethics behind Amazon and should we be ordering from them, but also they have everything.
Yeah.
Some, but not always at a better price.
No.
I'm learning to competitive shop. So, it has been years since I saw the movie Drumline, and what I remember of it, I think I feel like I remember liking it, but did I like it for whatever the plot was, or because I just love a drum line? Yeah. So.
All right.
Okay,
baby.
are we gonna go?
Yeah, we need to say goodnight. I'm fading.
Same. I mean, I can keep going. It's not a problem.
Yeah, I know you can. You
I
can always
shouldn't.
keep going.
I shouldn't. So, thank y'all for being here with us. Thanks for hanging out. If you watch later, wow, I hope we're good background noise for you.
Glad to have y'all here with us.
Yep. So, yeah, there'll be an extra week to wait to get to the next hangout, but by then we'll all be the two of us will be vaccinated, and we won't have to worry about what reactions we're having to shots. So yeah, we have enjoyed this. I'm glad to spend the time with you. Assuming we get all the computer glitches worked out, we'll be back for a regular live stream on Wednesday.
Yeah.
We'll talk to y'all later. Bye, y'all.